your needs. That's why we work with you to design an auto, home, and life insurance plan that's particular to you. Insurance that fits just right. Ready to check us out? Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call my friend J.T. Finley at 479-521-4220 or come by and see him in the heart of Fayetteville off College Avenue.
ESPN 99.5. Join the local conversation on the McLarty Daniel Hotline, 866-285-4005. We don't read the headlines, we make the headlines. This is Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
When Zach is here, he's sitting in the good chair. Brought to you by the Stadium Shop on Razorback. Go by and see them. And see Robert and the team there and tell them you want to sit in a good chair at the Stadium Shop on Razorback. You can also go to shoponrazorback.com. 2 P's, 1 E, shoponrazorback.com. I forgot to start the video for the first segment, so I apologize to those of you watching. There's not going to be video today because we're a man down. It's absurd. We're not doing it. So you can listen to us there, because sometimes people like to do that, but we're not doing pictures today because I just don't want to. Is that fair?
No
Good.
pictures.
No pictures.
No autographs.
Yeah, please. That's right. Protect our peace. All right. Now with the poll questions, here is DQ.
Okay, Ruscin and Zach X Pulse. Could you read a paper map for a long distance trip?
Paper map. I can read one. Yeah. I don't see the point in it though.
So you could go from like here to Idaho?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't see the point in it. You just put it in your phone and then there you go.
Well, that's not the question.
Could I read?
Is it?
Can I read a Rand McNally? Yeah, I can read one.
Okay, I can't.
Okay.
Well, I could probably get there, but then whenever you get to like the niche spot that you have to go to inside, in a city, I probably couldn't get there.
No. I could get to the,
I could get to the city.
the metropolis.
Maybe.
But
probably not.
To get to the, Marriott or whatever, yeah, I couldn't do that on a map. No.
94% of people said that yes, they can.
Because then you'd have to get directions and, where do you turn? And it's like Amazing Race then. Because they can't use their phone.
I couldn't do Amazing Race.
Oh, I couldn't do Amazing Race either. No.
I don't like to eat weird food, and I can't drive. I can drive a manual, just not very well, and I can't use a map.
And the other side of the road.
And I wouldn't want to ask anybody for directions or help.
No. I amazing. See, there's a lot of people who don't like, well, I could do that. I could outdrive Tiger Woods on and on. No. I'm perfectly happy sitting at home and watching the people do the Amazing Race. I can't do it. And I don't want to do it. All right. DQ continues.
Okay. Do you still have your wisdom teeth?
Yeah, actually, yes, I do.
Really?
Yeah.
65% of people, including me, say no.
Wow.
And then Tanner replied saying that his dentist was just wanting to get money out of him because the dentist told Tanner that he needed to get his wisdom teeth taken out immediately. And he still has them.
Okay.
And they've never hurt him.
Mine hurt every now and then, but I,
Really?
Yeah, but I don't do anything about it. They're still in there. So
when I got my wisdom teeth taken out, so they put the like the little IV in you and everything before they give you the laughing gas.
Oh.
Yeah. So I
don't like that.
I have like really small veins in my arms. So I went to do it. They couldn't get the IV in my arm to start. And the very last thing I remember was the actual oral surgeon had to come in to do it. And he said, I can't even do this. We might have to use the veins in between your toes.
Okay.
And that is the last thing I remember.
Common misconception in the medical industry. The doctor can do the needle stuff better than the nurses. That is not true.
Yeah.
The nurses do it 1,000 times a day.
He said he hadn't done this in like 10 years.
Yeah. The nurses do it 1,000 times a day, every day. The doctors have done it in med school, and maybe that's about it.
Yeah.
You want your nurses doing that stuff. If you have to get, any kind of shot or IV or whatever, you want your nurses doing that, not the doctors. That is a myth in the healthcare industry that people have. Oh, I'd rather have the doctor do it. No, you won't. They're going to miss a lot.
I just remember the last thing is being so scared that they were going to have to take off my shoes to put the IV.
The idea of an IV between my toes is one of the worst ideas I've ever heard in my life. That's terrible. I would have got up and left. I was like, you know what? These teeth are fine. I'm good. Thank you very much. I don't want to bother you anymore today.
Okay, and this last one was submitted by Abner. Is it fair that you get a ticket for turning without a signal, but it's perfectly legal to drive with your turn signal on and not turn?
I've never thought of this, but he's right. It's not fair.
Yeah, I've never thought of it.
It's not fair. Someone's driving down 40 with their blinker on for 35 miles and no consequences for that. Yeah, there should be something. Some kind of nuisance ticket or something like that.
78% of people said, no, it's not fair. Those are your Ruscin and Zach Twitter polls. Go touch grass.
Go touch grass. Thank you. Thank you, DQ. I've never had an IV in my life. I don't think.
Have you ever given blood?
No.
Really?
No. I mean, I've had it taken for like insurance.
Haven't you had eye surgery before?
Yeah, I was like 4. I may have had an IV then.
You probably,
I don't remember.
Not that you remember.
I don't remember that. I mean, I remember the tile wall and the screaming and then the darkness, but that's all I remember. I don't remember the IV part of that. Yeah. Not as a grown-up, I haven't had. Yeah. Let's see here. Here's a text on the McClarty hotline. Preheating the oven is fake news. It's gonna get warm. It's gonna get warm anyway. Just wasting your time. Okay.
Not true.
Didn't know the controversy of the day would be that preheating the oven is not a real thing. You've really given us something to think about there, 870. Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
No.
You got to preheat the oven, right?
You have to. It doesn't take that long.
No. And you got to do it. Otherwise, you're going to grow impatient because you're going to put the thing in there at 0.
Yeah.
And in 15 minutes, it's not going to be where it's supposed to be in 15 minutes. And you're like, well, what's wrong with this stupid recipe? No, it's not a stupid recipe. It's a stupid operator.
It's going to take just as long, regardless of how you do it.
Yeah.
And in the non-preheated oven, the top will be way more cooked than the center of whatever you're cooking.
That's exactly right. Yes. No, you got to preheat the oven. This is one of those things our parents taught us that's actually useful. Some things aren't. We could get that list going. The things that they told us that we don't actually need to know about in the world. But preheating the oven is important. In our oven, like the temperature keeps up in real time as it preheats. So you see like 100, 105, 110
Oh, really?
as it goes up. Yeah, it's pretty fancy. Yeah. It's a single oven though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not a double?
Not a double, no.
Not two stacks?
No, not a double oven, though. No, not so much.
I will say I'm pretty bad about not reading what temperature you're actually supposed to preheat it to. I just kind of put in whatever.
Whatever you feel like?
Yeah.
You ever clean your oven?
No.
That's a smelly...
I've never...
Can't do that on a hot day.
I never cleaned it. Whenever we moved out of the rent house,
you just left it?
I left it. I said I knew we weren't getting our security deposit back whatsoever.
Oh.
Even though we gave we cleaned it and everything, but I just had a feeling we weren't going to get it back. So I looked at the oven and I was like, I'm not cleaning it.
No.
We're not going to get the deposit back. I'm not even going to bother.
Yep. Would they really withhold your deposit for not cleaning the oven?
Yeah. They
oh, wow.
They withheld. Sorry. They withheld our deposit because they said we broke their couch.
Oh.
But we sent them photos of their couch being broken.
Before. Yeah, okay. No. Can't fight City Hall on stuff like that.
Yeah, and then in Arkansas, landlords don't have to give receipts of like how they use your security deposit to fix the damage or anything. So they were basically just like, well, we used it.
Here's a text from Brandon on the McClarty hotline. Free for all Friday here on Ruskin and Zach. 94% have lied about map reading. Okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
94% is insane.
That is suspiciously high. Like Zach always says, a good dictator election has to do 72%, so it looks legitimate.
Yeah.
This does not look legitimate. 94%
People are lying
on maps, on paper maps.
I agree with this.
Yeah, I'm not buying that. I'm sorry. I'm not buying it. Let's see here. Let's see. Here is a appliance repair technician, DQ. Preheat does make a difference. And steam clean is way better than the self-cleaning function. There's a good tip for you from a man in the industry, an appliance repair technician.
I'm trying to even think if my oven has a clean feature on it.
How new is it?
Not.
It's not new?
Not new.
It may not have one then, yeah.
How often do you clean your microwave?
I don't know.
So not very often.
I don't think it's been cleaned. Then I don't know. I'm sure. Well, I cleaned it when I'd set it on fire that one time.
Okay.
So that was once. So
Okay.
I've cleaned it once. Someone got us this big mat that you like this kind of rubbery mat that you put over the microwave plate.
Yeah.
So it keeps it, kind of clean, and you can like use it to pick up stuff or whatever in the microwave.
Interesting.
It's not bad. I forget I don't know what you call the material it's made out of. It's some kind of rubber. It's not metal because you can't put that in the microwave, as I have learned. Tin foil, even a little bit of a ring around a plate. That's enough, and not a lot of time either. Let's see here. The average says 0% of people can refold a map. Now, you know about this. I know you didn't grow up in the map generation because everything's been on a phone. But folding the map, once it was undone, I mean, it's over at that point. You're not putting it back the right way. It's just so it can't be done.
Okay, so it's like folding the fitted sheet.
Yes, but like the folds are in the map, but you can't seem to ever get them to match up again.
Okay.
It can't be done. I like the I like to get I would waste my parents' money sometimes when we go wherever on a road trip. I'd buy the Rand McNally like the 50 states spiral bound map. So every state was on a different page. Just use that. I mean, we didn't use it, but I just liked having a map, I guess. I don't know why.
We had a GPS, a Garmin.
Oh, the Garmin, yes.
And our car was a beach ball.
Oh, on the screen.
Yeah.
I just got it. That's funny. I got an email. When did this come in? Not long ago. On May 24th, my Garmin account has been deleted. Apparently I had a Garmin account, and they told me, hey, we're getting rid of this. I don't know when the last time I used it was, but they've deleted my Garmin account.
Oh.
Yeah. It's weird that you'd say Garmin.
It's weird that they would tell you.
I don't know the last one. Whenever I got an iPhone in like 9 or 10, that's probably the last time I used a Garmin.
Yeah.
9 or 10.
I don't know why this is. I think I've been kicked out of Zach's YouTube.
Yes. Okay.
Did he say something?
No, but I was looking today when I turned the TV on, and all of the freeloaders were gone. The only option was Zach.
Okay.
And that's it. So
I don't think he did it purposely. I think that they may be cracking down.
YouTube's cracking down.
Yeah.
Wow. Really? This is a surprise. I didn't know that. Okay. TomTom, the other GPS situation, has apparently stopped supporting their products. Mongo had a TomTom. House Farm had a TomTom. So there you go. Our text coming in on the McClarty Daniel hotline here on Ruscin and Zach. All right. Let's go to the phones here. Big Keith is joining us. Let me hit the button. Hold on. There it is. Hi, Big Keith. Good afternoon.
Hey, Big Keith up in the house. How you guys doing today?
We're doing great. What's up?
Hey, DQ. Hey, I was listening to you guys' conversation, and there's a law out that a lot of people don't realize about the security deposit in apartments.
Oh, yeah?
You can get your deposit. Yeah, because we lived in an apartment for like 14, 15 years, and it changed hands like once or twice or something like that. And then the new owners, because we didn't get no money when we bought it, we didn't get the deposit. And the judge says, well, that's not his fault. He still paid it. They're supposed to have it. And then the guy was like, well, the carpet's dirty. This is dirty. The guy goes, well, how long did you live in your apartment? And I said, 14 years. He goes, you don't expect some wear and tear in 14 years? So you're allowed to have some wear and tear. Like if the oven's a little bit dirty, they can't do nothing about that. I mean, you're allowed to have some things.
Yeah.
I just wanted DQ to know about that. And what was the other poll you guys were having?
I don't know. What was the other
About
one?
maps.
And
Yeah.
and turn
Yeah.
and leaving
Wisdom teeth.
Yeah, and wisdom teeth, and leaving your blinker turned on.
Yeah, wisdom teeth is mine's gone, and the maps. I think you're over a certain age. You used to using. What I hated was having to print out 900 pages off of the Yahoo or whatever it is when you was going somewhere and trying to use a map off the line.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever did that.
When I did
was
Big Keith, when I did TV news photography, I would get my assignments for whatever the day was, and I would print off I had 9 stacks of MapQuest directions to wherever I was going, because the phones were just phones then. This is 2006, 2005. So if I had to go to some, even important places, I didn't know where the Bentonville Library was. I didn't know that. Much less if there was some house out in the country somewhere where someone got shot. We had to go get some footage of it. So I would have in my passenger seat, I'd have a stack of papers with all the directions of all the places I had to go that day from MapQuest. So yeah, I had to print them all off. I remember that. Thank you, Big Keith, for the phone call. All of our phone callers and texts coming in on the McClarty Daniel hotline here on Ruscin and Zach. How did they do pizza delivery back in the day?
I don't know.
When
I
they
guess
didn't
it just
have
had
apps?
to be. I just had to. It
You
would
had,
have just been a really small area.
you just had to know that town or that city,
Yeah.
really well, where Chamberlain Avenue is or whatever. I don't know where that is. I don't know. I know that some of the pizza places had a giant map on the wall, but of the town. But I don't know if that could you remember all that and then go get in the car? I don't know. I don't know how that would work. We'd always our pizza guy got lost a lot growing up in Searcy because we were on a certain number. They'll make up a number like 300, and then the next street also had a 300, so they'd always get screwed up. And the street kind of turned into our street in a bend, it wasn't a perfect angle or whatever. So anyway, that's but now in the apps, they tell you where to go. It's pretty simple. DQ knows Fayetteville.
I can get to places in Fayetteville.
Not well. Could you deliver pizza without a app?
Well, no.
Eli says you don't on the McClarty hotline. You don't fold a map. You just roll it up. Put that rubber band.
You're on a ship?
I guess, yes, like a chart. Yes. like a nautical chart. You just roll it up. Yeah. But then would it fit in the glove compartment again?
No, it wouldn't. You'd have to keep it in the back seat.
Yeah, where would you put it? The trunk? Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's see here. People are telling us about their map experiences on the McClarty Daniel hotline here. This text says apps are making people dumb. That's one argument. They're helping out so you can find stuff. That's another argument. I don't know. Hey, our podcast is brought to you by United Roofing and Waterproofing. Joey Viviano and his team, they will work on your roof if you got a problem. And you may have a problem with all the storms we've had. Joey Viviano's the guy to call. Commercial, residential, industrial roofs. They work on them all there at United Roofing and Waterproofing. You can get a consultation scheduled for free at unitedrw.com or call Joey at 479-312-7369. 312-7369. United Roofing and Waterproofing. Stand by for more coming up.
Hey, Arkansas, are you feeling lucky? Because the Lotto jackpot is seriously over $2 million right now. A jackpot this high won't last long. And this one is only one in Arkansas. Some lucky player could be buying the winning ticket right now. Play twice a week for your chance at a life-changing jackpot. Tickets start at only $2. Don't miss Lotto, only in Arkansas. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
I think one of the things that patients don't realize is that when they get a joint replacement, that's not a lifetime treatment option. And they're probably, if they are a younger patient, signing up for multiple surgeries down the road.
As a physician and medical director for QC Kinetics, Dr. Caravelli's seen a pattern of trending joint pain. Prolonged medication, steroids, then surgery, possibly another surgery.
So a lot of our patients are trying to avoid or put off surgery, and this is the treatment that can help them do that.
QC Kinetics extracts your body's healing substances, concentrates them back into your aching joints to help heal and restore those areas, providing lasting relief.
Oh, I love being able to tell my patients, before we do this surgery, let's try another option. Let's see if this is right for you, because now they might not have to have surgery at all.
Call today for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 479-999-1234. That's 479-999-1234. 479-999-1234.
Looking to buy your dream home or list your current home? Call the Good Team, Brett and Monica Good with Collier and Associates. Nobody knows the Northwest Arkansas market better. Monica and Brett work as a team and specialize in Beaver Lake properties, Bella Vista, all of Benton and Washington County, and Fort Smith as well. Whether you want to buy or sell a new home, second home, or forever home, call the Good Team, Brett and Monica Good with Collier and Associates. 479-651-2292. That's 479-651-2292 for Brett and Monica Good.
So where we headed? We're going over to the Johnson's yard. You're gonna love it. It's like an all-you-can-eat buffet over there. Well, what about that yard over there? Oh, we can't go in that yard. You see that yellow sign? That says Mosquito Joe. What do you think, I was born yesterday? Actually, yeah, we both were.
Don't be a mosquito buffet this year. Call Mosquito Joe for a free quote at 479-202-9960 or visit arkansas.mosquitojoe.com. Outside is fun again.
When you're looking for a new car, you want to shop for a vehicle you love with an organization you trust. You've probably heard that McCarty Daniel means making deals, but what I'm inspired by the most is that McCarty Daniel means making a difference in our community. When you buy a vehicle with McCarty Daniel, you reinvest right here in the community, in our schools, in our little leagues, in our food banks, and our people. So you're not just making a purchase, you're making a difference too. Come see us at any of our 6 locations in Northwest Arkansas.
Have you heard? The Pleasure Playground just got a little bigger. Cupid's is growing. That's right. Cupid's Lingerie just opened its newest naughty location in Fayetteville at Crossover and Mission in the Walmart Shopping Center. Cupid's is a boutique specializing in all things pleasure and play, from lingerie to, well, everything you can imagine and more. Visit shopcupids.com today and treat someone special to something special. Cupid's Lingerie in Bentonville, Springdale, and now in Fayetteville. Cupid's Lingerie. Enjoy.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome to McClarty Daniel Country.
With 6 giant locations and over 3,000 vehicles, Northwest Arkansas is McClarty Daniel Country. Stop by one of our showrooms today to shop our full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs.
McClarty Daniel is proud to be your premier automotive destination.
Need service? We work on all makes and models 6 days a week. Plus, our full-service collision center can repair anything, from a minor ding to a major collision. Have you visited McClarty Daniel Country?
Visit us online at McClartyDaniel.com.
Hey there, happy Friday. I'm meteorologist Majestic Storm with your 4029 Get Ready Weather forecast. We're heading into our weekend with a beautiful start. Temperatures this afternoon will rise into the upper 80s with mostly sunny skies. Lows tonight slip down into the upper 60s with a few stray showers and isolated thunderstorms. 90 degrees with sunny skies for your Saturday. Overnight Saturday and into Sunday, we have a cold front that'll bring in some active weather plus cooler temperatures dropping into the upper 70s. I'm meteorologist Majestic Storm with your 4029 Get Ready Weather.
ESPN 99.5. It's Ruskin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
We're back. It's 18 minutes till the top of the hour on a Friday, almost in summer. Let's go to the McClarty Daniel hotline. Greg in Farmington's been waiting patiently. Hi, Greg.
Hey, guys. Long time no talk. Hey, now I know that your show is normally Brian from Ozark free.
Yes.
But I would love for you to allow him on the air just long enough to ask him who recently won the NCAA Women's Softball Championship and who did they beat to win the Women's Softball Championship.
Yeah. You know how that'd go, right?
Yeah, I know how it goes.
He would deflect the football. He would deflect and not talk about it and try and talk about football.
Right. Now I got a little song I'd like to sing for you.
Okay.
In tribute to the United States' recent highly emotional cricket. Sorry, not croquet. Cricket victory.
Yes.
The song goes like this. America, heck yeah, kicking that Pakistani butt in cricket. Have a good weekend. I'm out.
Thank you, Greg. Greg in Farmington. The musical tributes already pouring in to the United States' shocking win over Pakistan in cricket in the, I believe, the Cricket World Cup yesterday. And they play Wednesday. They're probably still partying, right? I mean, it's the Metroplex. They're down by Dallas. Plenty to do. I wouldn't start worrying about the next match till like Sunday. You got plenty of time.
Have a nice weekend.
You know, I think I was thinking about this. Wouldn't this be like if Pakistan put together a football team and came over here and beat the Chiefs or something like that?
From what everyone is making it sound like, yes.
Yeah. Because like we're like the best at like tackle football.
Yeah.
Like nobody is even close. Canada, no. I don't know if anywhere else. The NFL Europe doesn't exist anymore. So this would be like, if Pakistan put together a tackle football team and came over here and they were, beating up Georgia or Kansas City Chiefs or whatever. This cricket is not our game.
Oh, so cricket is baseball.
Sort of. Yeah.
Okay.
Cricket was first.
Okay.
And then baseball was created as kind of a hybrid of cricket and a game called Rounders in 1860 something or another. And it was not created by Abner Doubleday, which is a myth. He did not invent baseball. Let's see here. Abner says it'd be like Bishop Sycamore beating the Chiefs. The phony high school in Ohio that played IMG Academy on national TV and lost like 90-0 or something in the second quarter. And guys were getting hurt and moms were going out there because they didn't have trainers. And that whole circus, which had to be, was that 3 years ago already? 2021, maybe? Fall of 2021? I don't know. Yeah. Let's see here. Smack Daddy says you can't brag about softball because the Razorbacks did not do well in the softball tournament. But you can make fun of Texas. If you missed all this, Greg was talking about Oklahoma beating Texas in the softball championship series last night, and Oklahoma has won 4 national titles in a row in softball. And they're joining the SEC, which must make the SEC softball coaches just delighted that the difficult league is getting even more so. So you can point and laugh at Texas today, although Smack Daddy says you can't because Arkansas fell short in the softball regional, losing at home, and then the baseball team lost at home in the regional round. Back to navigation for a moment. Bob and Branson on the McLarty Daniel hotline. All I need to navigate this flat Earth is a compass and some moon and stars. There you go.
Yes.
Flat Earth. I saw a picture. They sent one of these something else up to space like a day or two ago, and they took a picture of Earth. It's got that round.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, big loss for the flat earthers. It's actually a sphere. Not flat. Then I guess it could be a flat circle.
Yeah,
like
it's a
plate.
flat circle.
It could be a plate, right?
And then the country of whatever the edge is, it just stops right
it just
there.
Stops. There's like a wall.
And then so it's just one half, and then you go to the other side. That's the other half.
It's one of those signs like where a freeway ends. It's like 2 miles, end of planet.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go any further. You can't go any further. Oh, yeah. I never thought I'd have to clarify this, but I believe Earth is round. I didn't know that would ever be anything in my life that you had to take a stand on that. There's plenty of things you have to take a stand on, but I didn't know I'd ever have to declare, no, I believe the Earth is round. I'm sorry. And you have to apologize for that. Unbelievable. Let's see here. Folding a map is like putting a tent back in the bag. Did you do do you have a tent when you went camping? What was that? Memorial Day?
No.
No.
We didn't. Thank God, because it stormed and hailed.
Yeah. That could have been bad.
But no, my mom and dad like to go camping, but they have a camper.
Oh, I see.
They would not sleep in a tent.
I see. Yeah. Makes sense. All right. Let's see here. Microwave cleaning tip. All right. What else do we have here? Big preheating is just big oven propaganda. Preheating is big oven propaganda from Rob in Hot Springs. Thank you. Let's see here. Kevin in Harrison says, you think Earth is like a cul-de-sac. It just,
goes around.
That's right. Oh. Nate in Fayetteville. Now, this is a Northwest Arkansas geared text. But the traffic in this area has just been stupid for days because all the shareholders are in town and there's buses everywhere. And then there's just cars everywhere, too. And Nate in Fayetteville wants to be thankful for a moment that the traffic is going to tone down because the shareholders are all leaving. So,
actually, I saw fireworks last night because of the shareholders thing.
Yeah.
So that was okay.
Oh, did you see them from your house?
No, we saw it right as we stepped outside Theater Square. I guess it's whenever they started.
Yes, right. DQ went to the theater last night.
Yes.
Yeah. Saw a show. So a little culture out there. Caleb in Pangburn claims flat earthers are the byproduct of the Tide Pod Challenge. Okay. Let's see here. Here's a text out of the 870 on the McLarty Daniel hotline. 2 types of people in the world. The people who put the food in and then hit start, and the sane people. The sane people. I ruined your joke. I'm sorry. Messed that up. Peyton Manning was at shareholders today, DQ. He was the master of ceremonies of this whole shindig.
I heard Lizzo was there and Usher.
Did she play the flute, Lizzo? Do we know?
I don't know.
Yeah. But Peyton Manning, the connection there is because, Well, I mean, obviously they probably paid him a bunch of money to go do that. I wonder what the host of that thing gets. $500,000? What do you think that pays? Because it's just purely a corporate gig. Like, you don't get any exposure. Like, when you do an award show, they don't pay very much.
Yeah,
but
it's
you
on
get
TV.
exposure. In the Super Bowl halftime show, you get like no money. But this is a straight up corporate gig that is, you don't get. It's not on TV, so they probably have to really, fork over some serious money to get these acts in here.
Mm-hmm.
But Peyton Manning, of course, ended his career at the Broncos, and now Rob Walton owns the Denver Broncos. So maybe that's how that all came together. They had Kevin Hart last year hosting the thing. I think Will Ferrell's been here.
Really?
I don't know if Oprah's ever showed up. Maybe she has.
I didn't know that like level of famous person came here. I thought it was kind of, I don't want to say B-list celebrities, but like A- celebrities.
A- list. The A- list.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And they're usually in and out, but it was always fun a long time ago to go out Friday night to Dixon Street and try and start rumors of all the celebrities that were at various bars.
Yeah.
Like Brad Pitt is over at On the Rocks or whatever.
I did think that if you went to Dixon Street last night, you could probably find a rich husband.
Really?
Just my thoughts.
And maybe someone did.
I bet
Who
someone
knows?
did.
Possible. Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, Paris Hilton was here because she has a line with Walmart with like pink pots and pans. And then Robert Downey Jr. was here today.
Iron Man. Yeah. Chris is telling us that one time Taylor Swift played shareholders. This had to be a long
years ago.
time
maybe.
ago. I don't think Taylor Swift is doing many corporate gigs anymore. Although she might be. You just don't hear about them,
They keep it quiet.
Yeah, well, it's a shame. You don't want to,
I think
you don't want to be viewed as selling out.
I think her last non-music big appearance was the NYU speech a few years ago.
The graduate commencement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But you never know. Like some super wealthy person could have like a dinner party for like 15 people and be like, hey, Billy Joel, come over and play some songs. Why don't you? Here's, $200,000 or whatever it is. I don't know what it would be. At least $500,000 probably to get Taylor Swift. Come on.
Oh, more.
$1 million?
Probably.
Yeah. Lizzo did play the flute, we're being told.
Does she play the flute?
People on the inside. Yeah, she does. Yeah.
I thought Lizzo got canceled.
Apparently not. You can't get canceled anymore, DQ. That's over with. Cancel culture's dead. It's over with. It's Ruscin and Zach, ESPN Arkansas, the Hit That Line Now app. Zach is out today undergoing toe surgery so he can go play football with his friends on a Notre Dame's campus in a month. At least that's the story we've been told. 866-285-4005, Bacardi Daniel Hotline. We'll be right back pretty soon.
We hear you. Losing weight is hard, but at Voxy Wellness and Rogers, we're going to let you in on our secret. We have a solution for people who are ready to eliminate stubborn fat for good and find a leaner, healthier you. Our safe and effective injections target fat cells directly, accelerating your weight loss and helping you shed those extra pounds faster than before. The consultation can be done online or in person. To get started, visit VoxyNWA.com. That's Voxy as in V for victory, OXYNWA.com.
Brothers Roofing and Restoration, a licensed and insured local roofing contractor in Arkansas. Since his playing days for the Hogs, Brother Alexander has been on rooftops, many years as an adjuster, and in the past decade as a roofing contractor. He knows how to help you through the insurance process while replacing your roof using only the industry's best materials. And being a lifelong Arkansan, he'll be here to stand behind his workmanship and warranty. Call 479-353-3877 to arrange a time for Brother and his team to inspect your roof.
How could I possibly be expected to handle work on a day like this? Take a day off and check out the new and pre-owned rides at Rath Mitsubishi. Bring in your old ride and get up to 27% extra for your trade on any of our new or road-ready certified used cars. So choice. I highly recommend picking one up. Life moves pretty fast, so stop and look around at Rath Mitsubishi. Don Tyson and 71B Springdale, rathmitsubishi.com. You're still here? The ad's over.
Electrical work can be dangerous. Don't let a do-it-yourself mistake lead to a bigger problem. Mr. Sparky's highly trained electricians can handle all of your electrical needs, guaranteeing that your job will be completed safely and within code compliance. Trust the experts at Mr. Sparky. We'll leave your home even safer than we found it. And all of our work is 100% guaranteed.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at Hims, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/joy and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free. With zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. hims.com/joy.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe insurance should adjust to fit your needs. That's why we work with you to design an auto, home, and life insurance plan that's particular to you. Insurance that fits just right. And Shelter is known for our award-winning customer service, satisfied customers, and a plan for you. Ready to check us out? Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call Sean Garrison in Rogers and Griggs Covington in Farmington.
Who can you trust to sell your home for the most money with the least amount of drama? You need a team of agents with decades of experience, commitment, and of course, tens of thousands in marketing. You need the Lindbergh team, home of Arkansas's only instant offer program. Get a cash offer on your home in only 72 hours. Lindbergh Real Estate Group is the #1 team in Arkansas with over $1 billion sold and voted best of the best 10 years in a row, serving all of Northwest Arkansas, Missouri, and now the River Valley. Find out more at lindberghteam.com. LIMBIRD.
If you're interested in continuing your involvement in high school athletics and want to make some extra money, what better way to do so than by becoming an official? For information on how you can give back to student athletes in Arkansas, please contact us at 501-955-2500. Again, that's 501-955-2500. The Arkansas Activities Association is looking for sports officials, and you may be the answer.
VG Aesthetics and Wellness can get you on the track to kickstart your weight loss journey with semaglutide or tirzepatide. They offer a detailed program to all of Arkansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma with in-office or telemedicine visits available. Mention this ad on ESPN and get 10% off your first package. Get started on the #1 prescription choice by medical providers for safe and effective weight loss while also reducing cardiovascular risk factors. Call or text VG Aesthetics and Wellness today at 479-343-8424. 479-343-8424.
KAKS Goshen Fayetteville, K237GR Johnson. Arkansas football begins in 83 days. Broadcasting live from the Cards Recycling Studio. Cards is the official residential, commercial, and recycling waste collection service of the Ruscin and Zach Show. ESPN Arkansas presents Derek Ruscin.
Have we got a stadium? Yes. Have we got a college? Yes. Well, we can't support both. Tomorrow we start tearing down the college.
And Zach Arns.
Work. Hello, boys. Have a good night's rest. I missed you.
With DQ.
Just gonna go have fun. No one out there that I know of in the audience actively hates me.
Call or text the McClarty Daniel hotline 866-285-4005. With 6 locations in Springdale and Bentonville, a good deal is never far away. Ruscin and Zach.
But if they hate him, why do they listen?
Most common answer. I want to see what he'll say next.
This is Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
Ruscin and Zach continues. 866-285-4005 on the McClarty Daniel hotline here on the program. We obviously have to spend some time on today's historic television news, and we'll get to that here in a moment. I feel like I owe you a super regional update. Well, one game has gone final. Another game is going on right now. Earlier today in the Supers in Tallahassee, Florida, it was Florida State 24, UConn 4. That's a baseball score. It's a final. Teddy Cahill from Baseball America points out the last time anyone scored over 20 in a super regional game, it was Arkansas in 2021. They beat NC State 21-2 that day, and everybody thought it was going to be easy to go to the College World Series, and then it wasn't. NC State won Game 2 and Game 3 and went to the College World Series, and Arkansas and Kevin Kopps did not. So, doesn't mean anything, but a decisive win for Florida State. And they're underway in Knoxville, bottom third. Oh, son of a gun. Evansville 2, Tennessee 1 in the bottom of the third. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Tennessee has a man on and one out, though. It's the bottom of the third. And Tennessee fans are already shockingly griping about the umpire as they trail Evansville in the early going of the Super Regional. Sports is so predictable in a lot of ways. Sometimes it isn't, and most of the time it is. I guess your reaction to sports is what's predictable, not the sports themselves. We don't know who's going to win, but we know if your team is unexpectedly trailing in a game or loses a game, it has to be the ref's fault, and not that the other team could be better than yours. It's not surprising at all. But yeah, the Tennessee fans are already talking about the umpire and whatnot. And just like that, Tennessee just hit a 2-run home run over the scoreboard, and now they lead 3-2 in the bottom of the third. So there's a mush for Evansville. You're welcome. I wanted to talk about I'm the game show guy. We have to talk about Pat Sajak's last show tonight on Wheel of Fortune. This is it. After 41 years, he is calling it a day. And now Wheel of Fortune will go on with Ryan Seacrest in the fall. And apparently they've already taped some episodes that are going to air in the fall with Ryan Seacrest. But Pat's last wheel will be tonight. And there are people who do things for a long time. And then there are what seem like are public utilities. And Pat Sajak feels like a public utility. Like no matter if you watched or didn't watch, or you came in and then you went out and you stopped watching for a while, and they were always there. Like every night after the news, Pat and Vanna were there. They're like a public utility. That list is not very big. I can think of a few examples of the quote-unquote public utility broadcaster where you turn them on and they're there. I think of Madden doing football for all those years on CBS and Fox and NBC and ABC too. 6 years. Like you knew if it was Sunday, if there was a big game, John Madden was going to be there. Or Sunday night. Or for that brief time with ABC on Monday night. If there was an NFL football game, John Madden was going to be there. And then the ball game or the video game. So it was weird when he wasn't doing games anymore. But, I don't know. Maybe it's the 41 years. But it just seems like, I don't know. I'm pretty old. And there aren't many people that are still doing something that have been doing it my entire life. And Pat Sajak has been doing this my entire life. There's never been another host except that brief period where he was sick a few years ago. DQ, obviously, you've never seen another host of Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
In your young life. So it's strange that it's like And nobody does anything for 40 years. Like, the guy that works down at the, running the press at the factory, he doesn't do that for 40 years anymore. So that's another strange thing. So I don't know. It's bizarre, but I guess the last time this, obviously we knew Trebek was going to leave because he was ill. Bob Barker got gave us like a year heads up, so he got to, go out on his terms. Alex Trebek did not get to go out on his terms because of cancer, which sucks. So it's just bizarre. Like, I'm going to go home and watch The Last Wheel of Fortune with Pat Sajak tonight, and it's going to be strange. But I don't know. Bob Barker did have a good run. He was on Price is Right for 36 years, 35 years, I think. So, yeah. But that was weird, too. You're like, there's Bob Barker, and now he's not going to do The Price is Right anymore? But now you can't imagine Bob Barker doing The Price is Right because Drew's been doing it for almost 20 years. And it's Drew's show now, to me anyway. I don't know. Abner wants to know where I would rank Pat Sajak among the greatest game show hosts of all time. That's an excellent top 5 list that I can put together off the top of my head here. Top 5 game show hosts of all time. In no particular order. Barker's in there because the way Barker could interact with a contestant, make them a part of the show. Whether if he's got to turn some card over to see if they won, he'll just squeeze every little bit of drama out of it. Fake him out like he's going to turn it over. Build the suspense. The way he would joke with the contestants. I mean, it's great television. He's got to be in there. Trebek's got to be in there. Because Trebek on Jeopardy, I know he made mistakes, but it seemed like he never did. Every clue reading and everything was flawless, and the accents and the whole deal. And I think he knew a lot of the stuff too, which helped. There's a guy by the name of Bill Cullen who died 30 years ago or more, who was the first, if you had a game show, he was on it and he hosted it, and he was really good. And there's been other game show hosts that would say, Bill Cullen's the greatest to ever do this. Wink Martindale, it's got to be one of the great game show hosts of all time. First of all, that's the greatest game show name of all time. Wink Martindale, are you kidding me? But he did the whole thing with the voice and the hair and the teeth and the suit. He was he was the prototypical game show host, and he was really good at it. Barker's on there. What have I done? 3. I don't know if I'd put Pat in the top 5, though, to be kind of controversial today, I guess. I don't know. I don't think I'd put him in the top 5. Because, I mean, I will say this, though. He does make it look effortless doing that show. And it is not effortless. There's a rhythm and a pace to all of it. When Vanna did it, for that week or 2 weeks, and it wasn't Pat, it was different. The game is exactly the same. So you would think, well, there's no change. You're, 2 R's. You'd like to buy an A. There's no difference. There is a difference. I don't know. Let's see here. A feet pick guy has texted on the McClarty Daniel hotline. It's like when Letterman left. No one can replace him. That's true. Letterman was the last TV giant to leave, wasn't he? If you're a hockey fan, Doc Emmerich was a public utility. You knew for 20 years, there's a big hockey game, Doc Emmerich was going to be calling it, and it was going to be, it was going to be flawless. So there's one. Marv doing basketball for all those years, although he had a little hiccup in the middle there. Jim Nantz on golf is pretty public utility, right? If there's a big golf tournament, unless it's the U.S. Open or the British Open, Jim Nantz is going to be there in the tower at 18 with that voice. Jim Nance at Augusta, I guess, would be the well, for a long time it was Vern, but Vern's, retiring. This was his last year. But like Jim Nance now is like pretty reliable. If there's a golf tournament at Augusta National, he's going to be in the tower. I don't know. You can call this favoritism, but if you go back to his start doing baseball games, and then in 2007 taking over all the sports, like Chuck Barrett's like a public utility in a lot of ways. I mean, if the Razorbacks are on in football or basketball now, like you're going to hear him, unless there's some kind of conflict and he can't be there. He's like a public utility, 866-285-4005 is how you can join us. Keith Jackson's a good one on football for many years. If it was a college football game, Keith Jackson, you were going to hear that voice. Talking about the banks of the Olentangy. Ohio State, all that. I don't know. Who's currently like I mentioned Nance. Who is now like, okay, there's a big game on, this guy or this woman's going to be there. Like Beth Mowins on softball. Beth Mowins has called 30 Women's College World Series. That's pretty reliable. You know what's going to happen there. Oh, Tim reminds us of Bob Eubanks. I met Bob Eubanks as a kid. The Newlywed Game host.
Where did you meet him?
So they were doing a live version of the Rock. They had a stage. They had couples. They were and he was hosting it. And somehow after the show, I guess my dad took me into some hallway there, and there was Bob Eubanks. And I don't remember how old I was. 5, maybe? I don't know. I don't think we even got a picture. This was when cameras were not readily available.
To bring a camera.
Yeah, you had to bring a camera if you wanted a picture. I think he may have signed something. Like he had a 8 5x7 or whatever. But I didn't get a picture with him. We're getting votes for Joe Buck. Joe Buck is pretty steady. Pretty steady. Even moving channels. Like Joe Buck is the current, if it's a big football game now, Joe Buck's going to be there with Troy. No, that's a good one. Al Michaels. Yeah, but Al Michaels is kind of losing. I mean, but he's there. But Al Michaels is staying at the party a little too long, in my opinion. As great as he is, he stayed at the party a little too long. All right. We can keep these coming here. 866-285-4005. Monty Hall, let's make a deal. Jay texted in on the McLarty Joe hotline. Monty Hall helped create Let's Make a Deal in addition to hosting it. So that's pretty unique to own the show because you created it and to host the show. I've never watched the Wayne Brady Let's Make a Deal. Is it any good? Is he any good at it? I'm sure he is. I don't know.
Are you going to watch the new Wheel of Fortune?
Yeah, probably. I'll give it a shot. I like Ryan Seacrest. I know people hate him. And I don't know why people hate him. It's like
I think it's just too many places.
Oh, it's overexposure?
And it's not even that, I guess. I don't know. He just pops up. And then you're like, there's Ryan Seacrest.
Honestly, when do we see him on TV? He does
New
The
Year's.
Idol, New Year's. He doesn't do the Kelly Ripa thing anymore.
Yeah.
So this will be him back on 5-day-a-week television in the evenings.
Yeah. I think I just don't like American Idol.
I don't like it now that everybody. The only reason those shows worked, those judging shows, was when there was the heel judge, like Simon. When Simon said mean things, that's the only reason those shows worked.
I did like I liked America's Got Talent more, I guess, because it's not just singing.
Yeah.
And I liked to see. I don't watch it anymore, but I liked to see the first round of The Voice where the chairs were turning.
Yeah.
I could not tell you what else they did on The Voice.
Yeah.
Besides turn the chairs around.
They spin those big chairs around. But those shows, you got to have conflict, right? So when you had one judge saying you're not that good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you have conflict because everybody's booing that person and the other judges are disagreeing with them. That's why that. But if you've got 3 or 4 people up there just saying nice things, it's not interesting anymore.
Yeah.
It's not interesting. Of course, I quit watching Idol after they fired Bobby Bones, DQ, because I can't have an Arkansan be fired off a popular show and just take that laying down. I thought that was not fair at all that happened. All right, let's take a break here, and we'll come back, and we'll have some more thoughts on, I don't know how to describe this, institutional broadcasters, but that sounds strange. But Pat Sajak's like a public utility, and now it's over after tonight. Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports betting app, and if you'd like to make a little wager on your favorite sporting event, Bet Saracen is right there on your phone. Postseason, of course, well underway in basketball and hockey, baseball. You've got football future stuff on there right now. Bet Saracen's where you want to be. There's even a couple of lines already for some Arkansas football games on the Bet Saracen app that you can check out. Vegas odds. That's nice. You have to be there to legally bet those odds. And Arkansas law prevents the big national apps from operating in our state. So for the most accurate and up-to-date sports wagering info, you need to be on the Bet Saracen app. Just go to the App Store and download Bet Saracen or go to betsaracen.com. App Store, Bet Saracen, and betsaracen.com.
Join the local conversation on the McClarty Daniel Hotline. 866-285-4005. McClarty Daniel, a vehicle for every lifestyle.
Summer camp, vacation, travel baseball, repeat. Family reunion, lake time, I'm beat. A parent in the summertime is a glorified chauffeur, but if you find yourself in a fender bender, you'll need a good lawyer. I'm Jackie Mock. With 12 years of experience in insurance and car wreck cases, I can help get you back on the road for more summer fun. Mock Legal Solutions, real advice, reasonable price.
Now we will share a lifetime of the fondest memories.
As part of America's #1 RV network, we have the largest selection of pre-owned RVs with new RVs for less than $5 a day. Plus, we have everything you need for your next big adventure. We've got an RV for every lifestyle and a payment for every budget. Buy with confidence at Camping World, knowing every RV comes with a 3-year Good Sam's Elite membership and access to our nationwide service network. Come visit the all-new Camping World, now open in Van Buren, Arkansas.
It's Ruscin and Zach.
Give me the hog truck.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? I think my battery's dead. With free battery testing and charging, we can help you get back on the road.
Get in zone.
So what if I need a new one? No problem. We have the right battery for your car, starting at only $89.99.
Get in zone.
And what about my old battery? We can recycle it right here at America's #1 battery destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
When you're looking for your next side-by-side, motorcycle, ATV, or zero-turn mower, look no further than your local Wood Power Sports store. With convenient locations in Springdale, Fayetteville, and Harrison, we've got 9 brands to choose from. If you can think of it, we've probably got it. These 3 convenient locations also provide you with outstanding service and parts capabilities. Want to know more? Visit us online at woodpowersports.com. Pick your brand, location, or shop all 3. We look forward to earning your business. Wood Power Sports, a solid name you can trust.
Hey, Ty Richardson for Fish City Grill. Brett Brundage and his team have fantastic chalkboard specials in the month of June. Chipotle barbecue salmon tacos. People go bonkers for these things. With crispy onion straws, barbecue ranch, Chipotle coleslaw, Cuban black beans, and rice. Or the grilled Norwegian salmon. With crab and avocado relish, summer corn coulis, and wilted spinach almondine. Best patio in Northwest Arkansas. Fish City Grill and Rogers. Friendly folks and serious seafood.
What's going on the grill tonight? Well, whatever it is, you'll find only the best at Richard's Country Meat Market. From the aroma of steak to perfectly flavored gourmet burgers and fresh kebabs on the grill. This summer will be a feast for the senses. Whether you're cooking up an inspired new recipe or a favorite family dish, visit Richard's Country Meat Market for the best meats in town. And Richard's makes it easy with curbside pickup. To place your order, call ahead at 479-443-0000 for ready-to-grill kebabs, bacon-wrapped fillets, perfectly flavored gourmet beef patties, quarter-pound beef franks, and shop-made sausages. You don't even have to worry about the sides or desserts because Richards has you covered with their home-style recipes. So for an irresistibly delicious summer meal on the grill, stop by Richards Country Meat Market in Fayetteville, 1 block east of College and Rolling Hills Drive at 3042 North Market Avenue. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
Looking to buy your dream home or list your current home? Call the Good Team, Brett and Monica Good with Collier and Associates. Nobody knows the Northwest Arkansas market better. Monica and Brett work as a team and specialize in Beaver Lake properties, Bella Vista, all of Benton and Washington County, and Fort Smith as well. Whether you want to buy or sell a new home, second home, or forever home, call the Good Team, Brett and Monica Good with Collier and Associates. 479-651-2292. That's 479-651-2292 for Brett and Monica Good.
When you're looking for a new car, you want to shop for a vehicle you love with an organization you trust. You've probably heard that McCarty Daniel means making deals, but what I'm inspired by the most is that McCarty Daniel means making a difference in our community. When you buy a vehicle with McCarty Daniel, you reinvest right here in the community, in our schools, in our little leagues, in our food banks, and our people. So you're not just making a purchase, you're making a difference too. Come see us at any of our 6 locations in Northwest Arkansas.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at precisiondoornwa.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted best garage door company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Welcome to McCarty Daniel Country.
With 6 giant locations and over 3,000 vehicles, Northwest Arkansas is McCarty Daniel Country. Stop by one of our showrooms today to shop our full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs.
McCarty Daniel is proud to be your premier automotive destination.
Need service? We work on all makes and models 6 days a week. Plus, our full-service collision center can repair anything, from a minor ding to a major collision. Have you visited McCarty Daniel Country?
Visit us online at mccartydaniel.com.
Absolute Janitorial Service is a family-owned and operated commercial cleaning company serving all of Northwest Arkansas. We have a long track record for exceptional service and clear communication. We clean multiple facility types, including office buildings, medical facilities, manufacturing plants, churches, schools, and much more. Give Absolute Janitorial Service a call today for a free quote and see what an absolute difference our services can make for your business.
ESPN 99.5. Join the local conversation on the McCarty Daniel Hotline, 866-285-4005, the most influential show in Arkansas. This is Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
When Zach is here, he's sitting in the good chair. Brought to you by the Stadium Shop on Razorback, Robert Mann and the family. Go to shoponrazorback.com or go by and see them there next to Baum-Walker Stadium. Tell them Joe Bonamassa sucks and you want to take a seat in the good chair. DQ is here now with the poll questions. DQ?
Hey, Ruskin and Zach, X polls. Could you read a paper map for a long-distance trip? 93% of people... And is it fair that you get a ticket for turning without a signal, but it's perfectly legal to drive with your signal on and not turn? 78% of people said, no, that is not fair.
Not fair. No.
That was your Ruskin and Zach X Pulse. Go touch grass.
All right. Thank you, DQ. We're talking, at least in the last segment, about the sort of public utility broadcaster. Like, you may not listen all the time, but they're always there when you need them, because Pat Sajak is ending his run on Wheel of Fortune tonight after 41 years. A couple of good submissions came in during the break. Rob is Casey Kasem. Yeah, nobody listened to every top 40, but you knew on the weekend if you turned it on, Casey was going to be there counting down the hits. So that's a good one. Paul Harvey's another good one. He was not. I mean, some people did listen to Paul Harvey every day, but I did not. But you just knew at those times, like Paul Harvey was going to be there, commenting on stuff. So that was pretty reliable. But yeah, you knew every night after the news, Pat and Vanna were going to be on, playing hangman with that big wheel, and it was going to be fun. Some thoughts on Ryan Seacrest coming in on the McLarty Daniel hotline. Nathan from Bentonville says he's so damn fake. There was a really cool story on one of all places on one of the Arkansas message boards today, DQ. Someone that was on wheel was talking about their time on wheel and how there was a contestant that, like, in one show they were taping, she called a letter that had already been called twice. And Pat, like, stopped the game to, like, say, it's okay, shake it off, everything's fine, to help calm her down. They started the game up again, and then she ended up winning the game after all that. But I really think that here's the thing about Seacrest. He better care that the contestants win, because Pat and Vanna do. And that's one of the reasons it works. If you're just up there to just, like, call out consonants and give out money, it's not going to work. You have to actually care about these people to a certain extent. You have to be rooting for them. You want them to win. That's the key. I've been watching game shows my entire life. The key to a game show host is you have to appear like you want the contestant to win. If you're just there, it's not going to work. But if you're on the contestant side, you're golden. You are set. So that's the big thing Ryan Seacrest has to do. He better be rooting for these people. Not outwardly, but you can just tell when someone cares or not. If he's just there because it's another paycheck, it's not going to work. Let's see here. And of course, we've got people remembering that before Pat, Chuck Woolery did the wheel. Yeah, Chuck Woolery did the wheel for 7 years. This is one of those crossroads history moments. So Pat Sajak is doing the weather on Channel 4 in Los Angeles. Chuck Woolery's doing Wheel of Fortune, which is, of course, taped in Los Angeles. And the show's doing pretty good. It's not the hit it is now, but it was doing okay. And Chuck Woolery went to the creator of Wheel of Fortune, Merv Griffin, and wanted more money. He wanted to be paid like Bob Barker, $500,000 a year. They wanted to offer him $400,000 a year. So he walked. That $100,000. I mean, maybe Chuck Woolery could have been doing the show for 50 years if they'd have paid him, if Merv would have paid him, but they didn't. So he left, and they brought in Pat Sajak from the news in California to do Wheel of Fortune. Isn't that something? $100,000 is the difference.
Yeah.
In in Pat Sajak maybe being a weather guy on local TV that no one ever knows about for his entire career, or becoming, a public utility that's on every night after the news. That's crazy. Let's see here. What else are we getting here? Rick Dees is another one. Nobody listened to every episode of Rick Dees, but you knew on the weekend he was going to be there. Again, doing the countdown, the weekly top 40. I guess that's what if you wanted to define it, that's what that's kind of what the assignment is here. You may not watch every time they're on, but you just know they're always there. You may not watch every Wheel of Fortune, but you knew, if you wanted to watch Wheel of Fortune, you turn on Pat and Vanna for 40 years. But that's how the countdown shows were. You never listened to every one of them. At least I didn't. But if you were out, if you were, coming home from church or whatever. I remember Bob Kingsley on the American Country Countdown. That was the big one, too. Bob Kingsley was going to be on. It wasn't as big as Casey Kasem or Rick Dees, but You know, that's a big deal. Let's see here. More of these. You may not watch them all the time, but you always knew they were there. Kind of people. Yeah, Trebek was like that with Jeopardy. I don't know. A lot of people watch Jeopardy every day, but most of you probably don't watch. You may watch for a few weeks and then put it away for a while or whatever, but it's always there. Price is Right's like that for. I mean, how many people would watch when they were homesick or during the summertime because you're out of school? I don't know. Sports aren't like that, though. You kind of have to be there for all the games. I guess there are some instances where you could, like, you know, kind of not be a fan for a while and then start watching the games again. Baseball would lend itself to that, I would think, because there's just so many games. Who can devote 162 nights of their life to watching a baseball game in the summertime? But I don't know. Here's a really good one from Steve in Cave Springs if you're talking sports. Now, you got to remember, so we play in the sports aisle. But in the outside world, sports is just a little tiny piece of the pie. To us, it's a big deal because we like sports and we watch sports. But to most of the world, they don't watch sports. So when you bring up College Game Day, it is very popular. But you also have to remember there are, you know, a couple 100 million people who don't watch it and have never seen it. But in the framework of sports, I don't watch Game Day every week, but you know Corso and Herbstreit are going to be there. That's pretty, or someone's going to be there. Reese Davis taking over for Fowler a few years ago. That's a good one. That's a good example of, you know, they're going to, you know, College Game Day is going to be on Saturday morning. Inside the NBA is a good one, too. I don't think all the people that are, I heard Chuck talking about this. All the people that are upset don't watch every single episode, but you just know that, you know, those guys are going to be there and talking about the games and a bunch of other stuff. And it's going to be entertaining. Let's see here. All right. Keep those texts coming in on the McLarty Daniel hotline, 866-285-4005. That's how you can join us and text in about all this stuff. Okay. So, yeah, so we've covered all the, I can't think of anyone we're leaving out here. I give you one. I tell you one. I thought of this yesterday or last night. Like Mike Shannon on a Cardinal broadcast. That was pretty public utility. Like for 40, 50 years. If you turn the Cardinals on, at some point you were going to hear Mike Shannon. That's one I thought of. And that's a different, that again, as it's been pointed out many times through the years, being the Cardinal radio announcer is not just another local announcing gig because of KMOX. I mean, it can be heard in, 30 states at night on 1120? You know, it's different now with streaming and, you know, satellite and all that stuff. But, you know, back then, it was almost like a national broadcast because most of the middle of the country could hear those games. All right. Rob has Vern Lundquist on his list. Vin Scully with the Dodgers is a good one. Thank you. Arturo in Fayetteville texting in on the McLarty Daniel hotline. Yeah. Harry Carey's been brought up a few times on WGN because again, it was a local broadcast, but it went all across the country, so it was like a national game every day. And the Cubs played more day games back then, so you could get home from school and you could watch the last 3 innings of another Cub loss, but you would get to see him sing "Take Me Out of the Ball Game." So that's something there. You know, it's amazing to me, like. It feels like to me, so growing up, you had 2 super stations. You had the Cubs on WGN, and you had the Braves on TBS. But the Braves announcers, although good, They weren't like, they didn't feel like a public utility like Harry Carey. Like you would turn on the Cubs to watch Harry Carey. As good as Skip and Pete and Don Sutton and the crew was on TBS, I don't think we really watched the Braves games because of the announcers. So it was different. I like Skip Carey. But did anyone watch the Braves because of Skip Carey or Pete Van Wieren? No, you watched the Braves because they were probably pretty good. You watched the Cubs because Harry and Steve were there. The Cubs were bad. And Wrigley Field was more iconic than Fulton County Stadium and Turner Field, too. There was another, the setting of it was part of the thing, too. Yeah. So, Harry Carey's a good one. Let's see what we have here. We got a first-time texter. We got a DQ. We got a Ryan Seacrest story from Corey and Van Buren here on the McClarty Young Hotline.
Okay.
He worked at Disneyland when Seacrest would do the radio show on site. He had to have a special area away from the normal radio people. He wouldn't talk to anyone else. He'd do his show and leave. What's wrong with doing your show and not talking to anyone and leaving? It's worked for me. What's wrong with that?
I think when you're a level of fame, it comes off as rude.
Oh, okay. He's got a lot on his mind.
Not when there are 3 other people in the office.
That's fair, I guess. I don't know. Look, the Seacrest thing can work if it is perceived that he cares about the contestants winning. If he's just like hosting a show, it won't work. That's the thing. All right. 23 minutes until the hour here on Ruscin and Zach. Ron Davis has texted in that I'm not a public utility broadcaster. I'm a public enemy broadcaster. That's probably a fair a description there. A couple more texts about Vin Scully. Someone has brought up the guy from Turner Classic Movies. That would be Robert Osborne, who for, God, how long? 20 some odd years. He was the guy who introduced the movies. Robert Osborne with the white hair and the suit, Now they have a few people that do that. I think the main person is Ben Mankiewicz, whose brother Josh is on Dateline. For those of you that watch Dateline, Josh Mankiewicz. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. But yeah, that's a deep cut, but that's pretty good. And of course, Kevin brings up when the heyday of the TV news anchor. You had Cronkite, Brokaw, Rather, Jennings. Yeah. That was that's when people watch the network news every night, which does not happen anymore. All right. We'll take a break here. Ruscin and Zach, ESPN Arkansas, the Hit That Line Now app. Stay where you are. More coming up. An SEC report on the way.
This is Ruscin and Zach.
If I'm stalking someone, though, I'm really careful.
ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
This season, you pick the deals during New Holland's Ready to Roll sales event at WT Equipment. Get a new compact and save $2,300 cash back. Plus, choose 0 for 72 or add a free loader. You pick. Get 0% on select round balers and free net wrap. Or choose to pocket over $10,000 in cash back. NCBA member, stack $2,500 off these already beefy offers. With work getting longer and budgets tighter, one choice is easy. Choose WT Equipment, your partner in progress.
I joke around and with my wife and call it my bionic knee.
But before Ernest became a patient with QC Kinetics, it was a different story.
I'd go to bed with my knee throbbing, heat, ice. I would get up in the middle of the night to get a drink or something, and I would just be hobbling.
He wasn't able to play on his rec basketball team or work in the yard, but QC Kinetics regenerative treatments turned around the situation without surgery or downtime, using Ernest's own healing properties to help restore his aching knee, now known as Ernest's bionic knee. money.
I am really happy because I am playing the game that I love so much, and I'm playing with my granddaughter, and I'm gardening, and I'm on my knees, and I'm jumping up. I have a 200-pound dog, and I'm playing with my dog.
Now Ernest is living his best life thanks to QC Kinetics, and so can you. Call today for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 479-999-1234. That's 479-999-1234. 479-999-1234.
Pay attention. This happens fast. You need money. You get a job. Turns out that job doesn't pay near enough for the nonsense it puts you through every day. You want to move fast, but the clock moves slow. You're smart, though. You know machines. You want to work at a place as fast as you. You call Medley Equipment Company. They need a technician, and they'll teach you everything you need to know to be the best, with pay raises all along. Because Medley keeps you moving.
I'm branch manager Bo Tommy. Visit medley.com or come see us at 2150 Ford Avenue, Springdale, Arkansas.
Needing an electrician? Call the pros at Mr. Sparky. All of our certified electricians provide 5-star electrical work. If you have problems with an outlet, blown fuse, ceiling fan, need a panel replacement, or even a safety check, we've got you covered. Day or night, 24/7. And all of our work is 100% guaranteed. You can trust your electrical work with Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Hey y'all, it's Melinda at Fantasy Sports Cuts. Have you ever thought about what a bad haircut could do to your image? That's why you shouldn't trust your appearance to anyone except the professionals at Fantasy Sports Cuts. We believe our clients are walking billboards. If you don't look good, we don't look good. Fantasy Sports Cuts is a full-service men's hair salon where you'll always find sports on our 8 TVs, and the fridge is always full of free beer, or root beer for those little men in training. Fantasy Sports Cuts, Fayetteville's hair joint for men at Mission and Crossover in the Harp Shopping Center.
Your Mach 1 market moment.
Interesting when you talk about the history of markets is people will talk in America the lost decade. So the year 2000 to the year 2010, where the S&P 500, if you look at it, it didn't go up. It actually went down from 2000 to 2010. They call it the lost decade because no one made any money if you had been invested from 2000 to 2010. Japan had a 30-year lost decade. Right. And that goes to where do you want your money? And diversification is extremely important. Not just diversifying your investments into different types of companies, but different countries.
Absolutely.
Because there will be periods of time America was down from 2000 to 2010. International did better in that time frame.
Mach 1 Financial Group, LLC is an SEC-registered financial advisor located in Rogers, Arkansas. For full disclosures, visit mach-1financial.com/disclosures.
Are you ready to upgrade your ride? Head on over to McClarty Daniel Country. McClarty Daniel has over 1,000 used cars to choose from, so you're sure to find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs and budget. With 6 convenient locations in Bentonville and Springdale, you're never too far away from a great deal. But that's not all. If you're looking for something brand new, they've got you covered there too, with a great selection of new cars available for you to upgrade to. So what are you waiting for? Come on down to McClarty Daniel and drive away in the car of your dreams. Online at McClartyDaniel.com.
Hey there, happy Friday. I'm meteorologist Majestic Storm with your 4029 Get Ready Weather forecast. We're heading into our weekend with a beautiful start. Temperatures this afternoon will rise into the upper 80s with mostly sunny skies. Lows tonight slip down into the upper 60s with a few stray showers and isolated thunderstorms. 90 degrees with sunny skies for your Saturday. Overnight Saturday and into Sunday, we have a cold front that'll bring in some active weather plus cooler temperatures dropping into the upper 70s. I'm meteorologist Majestic Storm with your 4029 Get Ready Weather.
ESPN 99.5. We don't care if you love them or you hate them. All we ask is that you keep listening. This is Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
We return here. 866-285-4005. Join us on the McClarty Daniel hotline here on Ruscin and Zach. Zach is out today. We'll all be back together on Monday, and then I'm out next Friday. And I don't know what we're going to do. We'll figure something out. Maybe Freddie Coleman will fill in. I don't know. It's time now for your SEC report, which is brought to you by Vici Aesthetics. and Wellness, located in Springdale, but in-office and telemedicine visits available in all of Arkansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma to kickstart your weight loss with semaglutide and tirzepatide, Vichy Aesthetics, and Wellness. 479-343-8424. Call or text them today, 479-343-8424. A very intriguing game in Knoxville. There's only one SEC team playing today in the baseball supers. Tennessee and Evansville are tied at 5 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Tennessee took the lead, and Evansville is not backing down there in that rowdy atmosphere in Knoxville at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. 5-5, bottom of the 5th. The other SEC teams get underway tomorrow. Game 1 in Athens. Georgia taking on NC State, 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon in College Station. Oregon and Texas A&M. Florida at Clemson in the Clemson Super Regional. 1 o'clock tomorrow, ESPN. Kentucky hosting Oregon State. 5 o'clock tomorrow, game 1 of that Super on ESPN. Tomorrow, game 2 for the Volunteers and Evansville is going to be at 10 a.m. Central on ESPN 2. So that's what's going on with the league. Outside of the provisional member, Oklahoma wins its 4th softball national championship last night, defeating Texas. Of course, both those teams coming into the league officially July 1st. So we're less than a month away from that happening. And Oklahoma will enter next softball season in the SEC as a 4-time national champion. Tennessee just scored another run. It is now 6-5 in the bottom of the 5th there in Knoxville against the Evansville Purple Aces. Another thing in the SEC report that has happened here is earlier this week, the Football Power Index did its thing. The ESPN computers got everything fired up here. And the All-State Playoff Predictor gives an SEC team a 53% chance to win the national championship. Big Ten, a 32% chance. The SEC has in the FPI top 10 6 teams. Georgia is number 1. Texas is 3. Alabama's 5. Oklahoma 8. Tennessee 9. Missouri in the top 10 of the Football Power Index. In all, 11 SEC teams were ranked in the top 25 for the Football Power Index. And they look at a bunch of different things about the schedule and offenses and defense. But this is what was interesting to me is according to ESPN Analytics, the game that has the biggest impact on a conference race and, possibly, the national title picture when you talk about getting one of those buys to the top 4. The biggest game of the year is Georgia at Texas, week 8. Georgia at Texas. That'll be October 19th. Arkansas plays LSU that day in Fayetteville. But the Georgia-Texas game, according to the computers, will be the biggest game of the year. The next biggest games in terms of determining conference races, Ohio State at Penn State. Penn State never wins that game. I don't know why that's a big. The computers love that game for some reason. But Penn State will lose like they always do. And Ohio State and Oregon, that's a Big Ten game now. And that's week 7. Those are the big games that will sway the conference races in both the Big Ten and the SEC. But we know, again, how Ohio State, Penn State usually goes with Penn State seeming to always come up short in that particular spot. So the SEC is tough once again. What a shock. And they've added 2 good teams, so it's also tough doing that too. So there it is. All right, there's your SEC report brought to you by Vichy Aesthetics and Wellness. Again, semaglutide and tirzepatide. The studies show that up to 15% of weight loss with semaglutide and up to 25% of weight loss with tirzepatide in patients taking these weekly weight loss injections. Vichy Aesthetics and Wellness offers special packages for weight loss and weight loss with hormone optimization. These weight loss medications have shown to lower blood sugar, reduce the risk of cardiac events, target and reduce visceral fat. That's the dangerous fat that accumulates around organs, improve other obesity-related diseases and factors. Vici Aesthetics and Wellness offers special packages for this. Mention you heard it on Ruscin and Zach and get 10% off your first package. Vici Aesthetics and Wellness, 479-343-8424. Call them or text them. In-office or telemedicine visit available in Arkansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma. 479-343-8424. Stephen Cave Springs texting in on the McLarty-Daniel hotline. Tennessee has to be slighted about the 11 a.m. start. Yeah, I think that they are not happy about that. But if Tennessee was playing Oregon or a big name, they'd get a better time slot. This is a commentary on Evansville, not Tennessee. That's what the deal is. Not a national draw to watch Evansville baseball in prime time, I would imagine. Tennessee, maybe, if they're playing a big opponent with this college baseball tournament, but not the Evansville Purple Laces. And Evansville can know that and be motivated and try and ruin everything and win the Super Regional. Wouldn't be the first time Tennessee's blown it on their home field as a 1 seed. That's for sure. Probably won't be the last as long as Tony Vitello's there. 8 till the hour here on Ruscin and Zach. 866-285-4005 is how you can get in touch with us here on the McLarty hotline. You can call us or text us. DQ and I are here. We'll talk to you. We'd be happy to. I saw this today as we near the 30th anniversary of the OJ murders. And yes, he did it. Come on, please. But the FBI has released 475 pages of documents related to O.J. Simpson, the Pro Football Hall of Fame running back who was acquitted of charges he killed his former wife and her friend. The documents largely focus on the murder investigation from 1994, the deaths of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman. Simpson was acquitted on all charges on October 3rd, 1995. He was found liable for wrongful death in civil court 2 years later and told to pay $33.5 million in damages. Simpson, of course, died in April. You can go to ESPN and click the link and see this. There's photos of the shoes. There's a lot of like handwritten notes. There's some other files and stuff. There's not that, at least as far as I could tell, there's not that like smoking gun piece of evidence that definitively proves that he did it. But he did do it. We all know that, I think. The circumstantial evidence is overwhelming. But it's kind of I don't know. You can go and look at the notes that they were taken at the time. You don't have to read them all. I'm just going to scroll through them. It's interesting. You're into history. 30 years ago that happened. Those murders. Almost 30 years to the day. We're getting close to that fateful anniversary. June 17th, 1994. That's the day he had the Bronco chase during the NBA Finals when got 100 million people, I think, were watching that. All right. That's another hour down on Ruscin and Tech. Headed into the weekend. 866-285-4005. NBA Finals last night. DQ's got the weekend review, right? Yep, ready to go. More microwave talk, whatever you want. We got it. Wide open Friday, Ruscin and Zach.
This June, celebrate Dad with a gift of adventure at Wheels RV. We're rolling out Father's Day specials all month long. Treat your family to a summer they'll never forget. Camping has always been a perfect way to disconnect from the world and tune into family and friends. We make it easy with exclusive discounts and bonus offers on our entire inventory, including Brinkley, Grand Design, and Forest River. Let's make this Father's Day one he'll never forget. Visit us at Wheels RV and start your journey to endless summer memories. Looking to buy your dream home or list your current home? Call the Good Team, Brett and Monica Good with Collier and Associates. Nobody knows the Northwest Arkansas market better. Monica and Brett work as a team and specialize in Beaver Lake properties, Bella Vista, all of Benton and Washington County, and Fort Smith as well. Whether you want to buy or sell a new home, second home, or forever home, call the Good Team, Brett and Monica Good with Collier and Associates. 479-651-2292. That's 479-651-2292 for Brett and Monica Good.
I joke around with my wife and call it my bionic knee.
But before Ernest became a patient with QC Kinetics, it was a different story.
I'd go to bed with my knee throbbing, heat, ice. I would get up in the middle of the night to get a drink or something, and I would just be hobbling.
He wasn't able to play on his rec basketball team or work in the yard, but QC Kinetics regenerative treatments turned around the situation without surgery or downtime, using Ernest's own healing properties to help restore his aching knee, now known as Ernest's bionic knee.
I am really happy because I am playing the game that I love so much, and I'm playing with my granddaughter, and I'm gardening, and I'm on my knees, and I'm jumping up. I have a 200-pound dog, and I'm playing with my dog.
Now Ernest is living his best life thanks to QC Kinetics, and so can you. Call today for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 479-999-1234. That's 479-999-1234. 479-999-1234.
Welcome to McClarty Daniel Country.
With 6 giant locations and over 3,000 vehicles, Northwest Arkansas is McClarty Daniel Country. Stop by one of our showrooms today to shop our full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs.
McClarty Daniel is proud to be your premier automotive destination.
Need service? We work on all makes and models 6 days a week. Plus, our full-service collision center can repair anything, from a minor ding to a major collision. Have you visited McClarty Daniel Country?
Visit us online at McClartyDaniel.com.
Hey, it's Phil Elson. Former Hog James Teague is back for another season on Halftime. Teague Law Firm has an excellent reputation, winning the Best of Northwest Arkansas award 6 times. James and his father, Robert, will help you with all family law matters, including guardianships, adoption, and child support. They'll help with criminal law, ranging anywhere from felonies to traffic offenses, DWIs, and more. Call James and the Teague Law Firm at 479-877-1688 or visit teague-law.com. The Teague Law Firm, if they can't help you, they'll talk baseball.
You know that crushing feeling when you press print at your PC and the doggone machine just won't print? Well, I fixed that. Hi, I'm Tim Stanley, owner of TDS IT. We are an IT company with a long history in the print channel, and I have fixed the printer conflict by creating my own Northwest Arkansas-based help desk. Call us at 479-575-0770 for more information on how a true IT company can keep all your printers and scanners up and running all the time.
How do I drive more traffic to my website? How do I increase my Google rankings? If these are just a few of the questions you have for your business, then we should talk. In addition to sports radio marketing, ESPN Arkansas can help your business be found online. From website design to geo-targeted campaigns, search engine marketing, social media management, streaming video campaigns, and much more. ESPN Arkansas is your digital marketing partner. Go to espnarkansasdigital.com for your free digital marketing audit, or email us at sales@hitthatline.com to schedule an appointment.
What's going on the grill tonight? Well, whatever it is, you'll find only the best at Richard's Country Meat Market. From the aroma of steak to perfectly flavored gourmet burgers and fresh kebabs on the grill. This summer will be a feast for the senses. Whether you're cooking up an inspired new recipe or a favorite family dish, visit Richard's Country Meat Market for the best meats in town. And Richard's makes it easy with curbside pickup. To place your order, call ahead at 479-443-0000 for ready-to-grill kebabs, bacon-wrapped fillets, perfectly flavored gourmet beef patties, quarter-pound beef franks, and shop-made sausages. You don't even have to worry about the sides or desserts because Richard's has you covered with their home-style recipes. So for an irresistibly delicious summer meal on the grill, stop by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. 1 block east of College and Rolling Hills Drive at 3042 North Market Avenue. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
KAKS Goshen Fayetteville, K237GR Johnson. Arkansas football begins in 83 days. Broadcasting live from the Cards Recycling Studio. Cards is the official residential, commercial, and recycling waste collection service of the Ruscin and Zach Show.
ESPN Arkansas presents Derek Ruskin.
Have we got a stadium? Yes. Have we got a college? Yes. Well, we can't support both. Tomorrow we start tearing down the college.
And Zach Arns.
Work. Hello, boys. Have a good night's rest. I missed you.
With DQ.
Just gonna go have fun. No one out there that I know of in the audience actively hates me.
Call or text the McClarty Daniel hotline 866-285-4005. With 6 locations in Springdale and Bentonville, a good deal is never far away. Ruskin and Zach.
But if they hate him, why do they listen?
Most common answer. I want to see what he'll say next.
This is Ruskin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
We're back here on ESPN Arkansas and on the Hit That Line Now app. There's something I saw today that made me think that this Dan Hurley thing might be like a reverse smoke screen. I forget who posted this today, but they were talking about. Oh, it was Aaron Torres, who you hear on halftime. His thought on how this Hurley thing is going to go down. 1, Hurley gets a big extension to stay at UConn. 2, the Lakers can pretend that they did their due diligence in trying to hire an actual coach before they end up giving the job to J.J. Redick, LeBron's podcasting buddy. I thought that was a pretty good take. You know, usually in coaching searches in college, you throw out the first name or first few names, and it's someone on down the line. In this instance, you would take the first name and throw out the second name with Hurley. I just can't imagine him leaving UConn. Not because, he's the face of UConn or anything like that, but you've got a chance to win 3 in a row, which has not been done in men's college basketball in over 50 years, I think. And you are not guaranteed to win anything with the Lakers next year. Not even make the conference finals. So, and there's a lot more, there is a lot of stress on college coaches in this NIL portal era, because every day someone wakes up in a bad mood. These are young people who haven't fully developed emotionally. And so every day they're in a bad mood and they want more money, or they want to quit, or they want to do this or that. And that's a lot. But that seems to pale in comparison when having to manage the bleep show that is the Lakers. Even when LeBron's not there, the Lakers is a hot mess express every single year. And those players are making more than your players are at UConn. A little bit more difficult. Plus, you have the bona fides with UConn you don't have in the NBA. You guys don't want in the NBA. They're not going to respect him right away. He's going to earn that. But at UConn, he's got the respect. We've won the last 2. Probably going to win another one. I'm in charge. So, the more I've thought about this, a couple things are true. Number 1, is there a drain on talent in college coaching because of the lack of any kind of... It's funny how the NCAA would punish SMU for lack of institutional control, and now the NCAA has lack of institutional control. They're not in charge of anything. They can't run a lemonade stand, much less college athletics right now. So is that causing some people to leave to go to the more stable life of professional sports? Yes, it is. But Jim Harbaugh, Saban, Krzyzewski, Roy. I mean, come on. It's quite a list. Boeheim got out. Others. But is it also possible that in spite of all that, Dan Hurley stays? Yes. He's on the doorstep of winning a 3rd ring in a row. That hasn't been done in the men's game since Wooden. There's a list for you. Coaches We've won 3 men's championships in a row. It could be Wooden, Hurley. That's a list. But that. Wow. UCLA won 7 in a row from 1967 to 1973. Then they made it to the Final Four in 74, and then they won it again in 75. How's that? Is that any good? So I don't think you they're supposedly meeting today to talk about all this, the Lakers and Hurley. So I mean, it could go somewhere, I suppose, but I don't imagine it. I don't imagine he's going to leave UConn. He might get a bunch of money to stay, but I mean, the Lakers have deeper pockets than UConn does. I'm pretty sure. So it may be the proverbial offer you can't refuse. But my God, the taxes. It's California. My God. DQ, do we know? Have we checked on Zach? What's going on?
Yeah, I texted him
Yes.
earlier. He answered and he said, I'm okay. It took a bit to get my toe numb, but I'm back home.
Okay. So he is in recovery, we could say, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what it means by it took a bit to get my toe numb.
Well, maybe we'll get some details on Monday about this.
Maybe.
I don't know. Just between them having to put an IV in your toe and his toe, like
a lot of toe content.
Needles
today.
in feet today. Just I don't like this. It's making me squirm in my chair over here. I don't like this. I don't like needles in general, but I've learned to tolerate them in my arm. The guy can handle it. I don't like it, but I can deal with it. But the feet, no. Can't do it. No, thank you. No, I can't do it. So thank you, Lee J, for your concern. But Zach is home and recovering from his. Now, if you miss this, here's what's going on. Here's the story we've been told. Zach wants to go and is going to this Notre Dame fantasy football camp later this summer. And he wants to, quote, get his speed back. So to do that, he had to have this procedure done on his toe because he can't run right now. But he'll be back up and running in a few weeks, apparently, according to the doctors. And then when he goes to Notre Dame, he'll be, burning down the sidelines, scoring touchdowns in a fake football game. So that's what he says anyway. So I'm wondering if he'll get like a boot or some kind of like something like what.
Yeah. I don't know.
One of those scooters.
This week of recovery before your wedding.
Oh,
It's got to be.
Oh, yeah.
You can't have him wearing a boot.
Yeah. Maybe you can take it off for the pictures. I don't know. By the way, my suit's in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
It's blue.
I don't have it, but it's in Benton County.
Okay.
It's at the store.
My dress is also in.
Okay. Look at that. Yeah. Ready to go. I texted her the other day or yesterday. I'm like, we both have our clothes. She's had her dress for a long time. And there have been Herculean efforts to keep me from seeing it.
Yeah? Where is it?
Is
it in your house?
It's upstairs in the house, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. But I haven't seen it. There was a day where she had bridal photos taken. And I got home before she did. And they had to move the dress through the house. Her and her sister and her mom were there. And they were like, okay, close your eyes. So I sat there and had my hands over my eyes while they moved the dress through the house. They're like, okay, you can open them now. So I haven't seen anything. Last night, she was putting some of those pictures in frames, like to give to, family members and stuff.
Yeah.
So she's like, stay out of the living room for a little while till I get all this. I'm like, all right, fine.
Are you guys doing photos before the ceremony or after the ceremony?
Before.
Before?
I'm pretty sure. She was working on the schedule last night.
Okay.
Zach's supposed to have the schedule.
Because people always people always do them differently. They want like their first look to be photographed kind of privately, or some people like the first look being photographed at the ceremony.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all going to be before the ceremony, apparently. Yeah.
Good, so we don't have to wait around a bunch.
No. We can get right to the drinking, DQ. That's a good point. There is a cocktail hour, and then there is the full-on reception.
Okay.
So
will there be Dr. Pepper?
Probably. I don't.
Okay.
Maybe.
Oh.
Will there be Dr. Pepper?
I'm just wondering.
FedEx guy says Zach's story will be this surgery was a life-saving procedure.
Yeah. For his broken toe.
That's right. Yeah. Anyway, BE had a great idea earlier from what we were talking about last hour. DQ, could we get Pat Sajak to fill in next Friday? I mean, he's available.
Not doing anything.
Yeah, I mean, this is not the paycheck you would get at Wheel of Fortune. I'll tell you that much, because I think he was making like $30 million a year. That's not going to happen, but I bet we could get him some food coupons.
Yeah.
Go someplace nice while he's in town.
Maybe someone could offer to bring lunch or something.
Right. Would you cook him lunch?
Oh yeah, I can make him some bread.
There you go. Yes. Bake Pat Sajak some bread. There you go. Oh, wow. Let's see here. The text coming in here, 866-285-4005, McClarty Daniel hotline. Here is a question. I don't know the answer to this. The last coach to beat Hurley in the NCAA tournament. The last coach to beat Dan Hurley in the NCAA tournament. I'm going to cheat and look it up, because I can't just sit here and fumble around. Okay, it was in 2022. Let's see here. Who did UConn play? UConn in the 2020 was New Mexico State. That's a good trivia question. Whoever you are in the 479, thank you. Good question. So you can impress your friends with that this weekend, all right? The last team to beat Dan Hurley in the NCAA tournament and beat UConn was New Mexico State. How about that? Good piece of trivia for you there. There you go. Take that into the weekend with you. All right, we'll be back, and we'll have DQ's weekly recap coming up here in about 20 minutes or so here on Ruscin and Zach. So stick around for that, 866-285-4005. The Lindbergh team is here to help you sell your home, here to communicate with you through the process, to take you through it every step of the way, and to get results. Selling your home doesn't have to be filled with drama when you work with Tara Lindbergh and her team. Bob was wore out because his Bentonville home had been on the market for months, and there were no serious offers. So Bob reached out to Tara Lindbergh and the Lindbergh team. The difference was immediate and remarkable. Tara's team unleashed their powerful marketing strategies. They generated buzz. They attracted buyers. And within days, Bob's home was in demand and ultimately sold for over asking price. Bob couldn't believe it. He was so excited. Tara turned the frustration into a fantastic success for Bob, and they've done it so many times over at the Lindbergh team. The team that can get you a cash offer in 72 hours or use Tara's high-octane marketing and sell your home quite possibly for thousands over asking. You can go to lindberghteam.com and click on Home Estimate and find out what your home is worth from the local experts at the Lindbergh team, the team I would trust if I was selling my home. You can find out more at lindberghteam.com, LIMBIRD. lindberghteam.com, or Google the Lindbergh Real Estate Group to check out the almost 1,000 5-star reviews. lindberghteam.com.
Join the local conversation on the McClarty Daniel hotline. 866-285-4005. McClarty Daniel, a vehicle for every lifestyle.
Hey,
Hey y'all, it's Crystal from Cards. Are you ready to tackle that spring cleaning project but don't know where to start? Spring is here and Cards is here to help you clear out that clutter with our roll-off dumpster rentals. Whether you're decluttering your garage, renovating your home, or landscaping your yard, our roll-off dumpsters are the perfect solution for all your cleanup needs. Simply choose the size that fits your project and we'll deliver it right to your doorstep. And when you're done, we'll haul it away. Give us a call at 877-59-CARDS or visit us online at cardsrecycling.com.
At Our Best Bank, we believe in the power of community. That's why we recognize, serve, and support communities of all kinds. From small towns to big cities, business startups to large companies, young families to seniors, and those with shared backgrounds and interests. We value your contributions and are proud to work alongside you because every community deserves a financial partner who cares. Our Best Bank. We believe.
It's Ruscin and Zach.
Give me the hug, Chuck.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hey gang, Blake Young here with Wood Power Sports. Currently, we are overstocked on select Polaris, Honda, Kawasaki, and Can-Am product. If you're in the market for a new side-by-side, ATV, or motorcycle, come see us soon. We're about to blow these out, and I can promise you they won't last long. Also, these products are high-demand products, not your typical on-sale stuff that no one wants. Our deals won't be beat, and your buying experience will be unmatched. We look forward to serving you. Wood Power Sports, solid name you can trust.
Electrical work can be dangerous. Don't let a do-it-yourself mistake lead to a bigger problem. Mr. Sparky's highly trained electricians can handle all of your electrical needs, guaranteeing that your job will be completed safely and within code compliance. Trust the experts at Mr. Sparky. We'll leave your home even safer than we found it. And all of our work is 100% guaranteed.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
All right, guys, are we tired of the dad bod? Let's lose the weight and reclaim your confidence and energy. At Voxy Wellness and Rogers, our injectable weight loss program helps you jumpstart the journey and quickly kick the dad bod to the curb. Let's help you be victorious with getting rid of the extra pounds for good. The consultation can be done online or in person. To get started, visit VoxyNWA.com. That's Voxy as in V for victory, OXYNWA.com.
Discover the Cigar District, just off the Bentonville Square, open Monday to Friday, 9 to 7, and Saturdays, noon to 6. Arkansas's exclusive Davidoff appointed merchant, offering rare and limited edition cigars, along with 1,500 varieties from leading and boutique brands. Join the Cigar District's private membership cigar club to enjoy their rooftop patio and BYOB perks. Whether you're a seasoned aficionado or simply curious, visit the Cigar District in downtown Bentonville and online at thecigardistrict.com. The Cigar District, where the cigar experience is reimagined.
When you're looking for a new car, you want to shop for a vehicle you love with an organization you trust. You've probably heard that McCarty Daniel means making deals, but what I'm inspired by the most is that McCarty Daniel means making a difference in our community. When you buy a vehicle with McCarty Daniel, you reinvest right here in the community, in our schools, in our little leagues, in our food banks, and our people. So you're not just making a purchase, you're making a difference too. Come see us at any of our 6 locations in Northwest Arkansas.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe insurance should adjust to fit your needs. That's why we work with you to design an auto, home, and life insurance plan that's particular to you. Insurance that fits just right. Ready to check us out? Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call Mom. my friend JT Finley at 479-521-4220 or come by and see him in the heart of Fayetteville off College Avenue.
Welcome to McClarty Daniel Country.
With 6 giant locations and over 3,000 vehicles, Northwest Arkansas is McClarty Daniel Country. Stop by one of our showrooms today to shop our full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs.
McClarty Daniel is proud to be your premier automotive destination.
Need service? We work on all makes and models 6 days a week. Plus, our full-service collision center can repair anything, from a minor ding to a major collision. Have you visited McClarty Daniel Country?
Visit us online at McClartyDaniel.com.
Hello, folks. I'm Chief Meteorologist RB Bobby. The 4029 Get Ready Weather forecast. It's going to be a hot, humid start to the weekend tomorrow, and certainly this evening still kind of warm, with lows only dropping around 70 by tomorrow morning. There is a weak system moving through tonight, so after midnight, there'll be a chance for a shower or a storm, maybe something strong. As we go throughout the day on Saturday, well, generally quiet, but very hot and humid. Highs in the low 90s, feeling like near 100 throughout the day. And then we'll have to watch for more chances of storms Saturday night into our Sunday, and cooling down a little Sunday. That's your Get Ready Weather, only on 4029.
ESPN 99.5. Join the local conversation on the McClarty Daniel Hotline, 866-285-4005. Welcome to the entertaining portion of the broadcast day. This is Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
An update from Knoxville. Top 7 in the Super Regionals. Tennessee 8, Evansville 5. Evansville batting in the top of the 7th. They're in game 1 of the Super Regionals in Knoxville. That ballpark, not that great. At least not on TV anyway. It's not that great. Anyway, game 2 tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central. Evansville will be the home team. We'll see how that goes. But there you go. That's the only SEC team in Super Regional action today. The others play tomorrow. All right, before we get to the polls, Michael is in Fayetteville on the McClarty Daniel Hotline. Yes, Michael.
What's up, man? I love the show.
Thank you.
I want to talk a little NBA playoffs. I got a question for you, all-time NBA question.
Okay.
If you're gonna make a list, if Luka and the Mavs win the finals this year and Luka gets Finals MVP, do you put him above Allen Iverson all time?
Yeah, that's a that's the tough one, isn't it? That's
what I'm saying.
I don't know. I know Allen Iverson didn't win one. For whatever reason, I still think of him as a better player.
Sure.
A ring may change that, but I still go with Allen Iverson. Even with a ring.
Yeah.
Are the Mavericks going to win after they got their hat handed to them last night, Michael? What do you think?
Oof. Man, I've been a Dallas fan my whole life.
Yeah.
And I told my babe the other day, I said, if Dallas loses in the finals, I don't know if I can emotionally handle it.
Yeah.
So I think if anybody's going to do it and come back after a game like that, it could be Luka and Kyrie. But I think Boston is in Kyrie's head. I think the boos are in his head.
That could be. I can't imagine them going to Dallas with a 2-0 Boston. I think they'll get. I thought all along they'd get one of these games, but now it's tougher since the first one didn't go at all as they had hoped. So now there's a lot of pressure on game 2 on Sunday night. But I think they'll figure out a way to get the split going out of there. I just can't imagine them going back to Dallas next week in an 0-2 hole. But this Boston team has been blowing everybody out, so maybe they've got the elixir there. That's a good point though on Kyrie going back there and the boos and the jeering, and Kyrie did not have a great game, obviously last night. Just when Jrue Holiday was guarding him, according to ESPN Stats and Info, he was 2 for 6 last night shooting the ball. Luka did have 30 and 10. Dallas missed a bunch of 3-pointers. Had a difficult time there. Boston was much the better team last night in Game 1 there on their home court there in Boston. Trying to pull up the box score real quick here to give you some more deets about this. We haven't talked about this yet today, but we should, with Game 1 going to the Celtics last night over the Dallas Mavericks, 107-89. And let's see here. Kyrie, 6 of 19, 12 points. Yeah. They're not going to be able to keep him down the entire, 4 games, 6 games, whatever it is. I feel like this feels like a 6-game series to me, honestly. I do think Boston will win it, though. I'm sorry for, our friend's emotional health there, being a lifelong Mavericks fan. But I think Boston's going to figure out a way to win this thing. But Dallas is going to have a say in this. I don't think the Mavericks are going to lay down and, not even a gentleman's sweep 4-1. I think they're going to get a couple of wins, and they may win Sunday night. You can hear that game right here on ESPN Arkansas on Sunday night. I did not think Porzingis would be this effective in his first game in like a month or whatever. Usually, when somebody comes back from a time off with an injury, it takes them a while to get into the rhythm of things. That did not happen last night with Porzingis. He was a big part of things in the game. 20 minutes, he scored 20 points to go with 6 rebounds. So he was a big part of it, even though he didn't start. But he was a big part of it as they worked him back in. Sometimes you play 20 minutes. It's difficult the first time after the time off. But he had a big contribution off the bench for them last night for Boston. Daniel Gafford on the Arkansas connection played for about 14 minutes last night, scored 8 points to go with 3 rebounds for Dallas. So need a little bit more from him. Need a little bit more from everybody, obviously, when you get beat by, 18 points. And it seemed like it was a lot. At one point, Boston led by 29. So it didn't feel like an 18-point game. But that's what it ended up being. And, Dallas has to figure some things out. That's the thing about these series, though, is that it's what's interesting to me is the point counterpoint of each game with the staffs and the adjustments that are made back and forth. The next big game, of course, Game 2. I mean, Dallas has got to win that. They've got to get back to Dallas with it a 1-1 split. That's what they have to do. Whatever they got to do, they've got to figure out a way to get the win on Sunday night in Boston. Jesse in Springdale is next. Jesse,
hey, how's it going?
Good.
Since y'all were talking some NBA, and have been wondering what you thought might be the Spurs take going into the off season. I know they're trying to build around Victor. I know they got really good draft spot at number 4 overall, and I think they got the 5th pick in the second round too. I didn't know if you thought maybe they should try to trade those picks off for a seasoned vet or try to get some more young talent built from the ground up. Anyways, I wanted to know what your take was. I'll hang up.
Are you a Spurs fan, Jesse? No, we lost him. Okay. He's a Spurs fan. I'd love to know. I haven't honestly spent a ton of time looking at, the draft and what's going to happen there all that much. I've been more looking at the, the matchups with the finals and stuff like that. I haven't looked at it all that much. But obviously, San Antonio has a special player with Wembanyama, and yes, they are building around here. I don't know what kind of deals they're going to make. I don't know. That is, everybody talks about Bronny James, but you brought up something there, Jesse, that's really an interesting storyline that I don't think will get enough run because it's the Spurs, and we know ESPN, and ESPN doesn't like to cover the smaller market teams all that much. But what are they going to do with him? You don't want to be, quote unquote, wasting prime years of him. So what are they going to do with that roster? That is an interesting storyline. I don't know if it'll get a lot of attention between the Lakers and the Warriors and, some of the other things that you're looking at the top of the draft. Atlanta going number 1, of course. I don't know. So that's an interesting thing there. Thank you, Jesse. All right. DQ has the poll questions now. DQ?
Yeah, the Ruscin and Zach X polls. Could you read a paper map for a long distance trip? 92% of people said that yes, they could. I, with the 7%, say no, I cannot.
Right.
Do you still have your wisdom teeth? 65% of people said no. 34% said yes, they do. And is it fair that you get a ticket for turning without a signal, but it's perfectly legal to drive with your signal on and not turn? 79% of people said no, it is not fair.
No.
Those are your Ruscin and Zach X polls. Go touch grass.
All right. Thank you, DQ. It's 4:31, 29 minutes till the hour, and we will have more as DQ recaps the week around here in Ruscin Zach land, and we'll do that all after the break. Stay with us.
This is Ruscin and Zach.
Everybody's Mr. O plural me negative.
ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com. Call or text the McClarty Daniel hotline to join the local conversation on ESPN Arkansas. 866-285-4005. McClarty Daniel has a vehicle to fit both your style and budget. With 6 locations in Springdale and Bentonville, you're never too far from a good deal. Visit McClartyDaniel.com to find your next ride. Find your next ride with McClarty Daniel at a price you'll love. Join the conversation on ESPN Arkansas at 866-285-4005.
Dive into summer with the Doughboy Pool Super Sale at Burton Pools and Spas. Say goodbye to crowded public pools. With a Doughboy Pool, the fun comes to you. Don't miss the hottest deals of the year. Doughboy above-ground pools up to $1,500 off. 18-foot steel wall pools only $75 a month. And semi-in-ground pools under $200 a month, plus a free robotic cleaner. Hurry into our Fort Smith, Springdale, or Greenland showroom to pick out your new pool today. At Burton Pools and Spas, we do more than build swimming pools. We build long-term relationships.
The All-American Steakhouse and Sports Theater is going to have an event-full summer. I'm talking about your events. Wedding rehearsals and receptions, family reunions, business luncheons, you name it. The All-American Steakhouse event space can handle nearly 100 folks, and their award-winning food and service will make you the hero of the day. The menus are available at theallamericansteakhouse.com. Inquire in person at the Springdale location, and you're well on your way. Book your event today with the All-American Steakhouse and Sports Theater on Sunset in Springdale.
Lindsay and Associates are celebrating their 50th year in the real estate business and are the leading real estate company in Northwest Arkansas. Whether you're listing, selling, or leasing, Lindsay and Associates can handle all your real estate needs. With over 200 professionally trained agents and 3 convenient locations in Fayetteville, Rogers, and Bentonville, Lindsay and Associates is a winning choice. Go to lindsay.com to search all the current real estate inventory. At Lindsay and Associates, we bring great neighbors together.
When you're looking for a new car, you want to shop for a vehicle you love with an organization you trust. You've probably heard that McClarty Daniel means making deals, but what I'm inspired by the most is that McClarty Daniel means making a difference in our community. When you buy a vehicle with McClarty Daniel, you reinvest right here in the community, in our schools, in our little leagues, in our food banks, and our people. So you're not just making a purchase, you're making a difference too. Come see us at any of our 6 locations in Northwest Arkansas.
Have you heard? The Pleasure Playground just got a little bigger. Cupid's is growing. That's right. Cupid's Lingerie just opened its newest naughty location in Fayetteville at Crossover and Mission in the Walmart Shopping Center. Cupid's is a boutique specializing in all things pleasure and play, from lingerie to, well, everything you can imagine and more. Visit shopcupids.com today and treat someone special to something special. Cupid's Lingerie in Bentonville, Springdale, and now in Fayetteville. Cupid's Lingerie. Enjoy.
Are you not able to enjoy this summer as much as you want because of joint pain? This is the best time for being outdoors, but not of your knees, shoulders, back, or hips are hurting. Hey, it's Tommy Kraft. Don't suffer any longer. Non-surgical joint relief is here in Northwest Arkansas. It's QC Kinetics. Call them today. 479-999-1234 is their number. They're the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. I'm talking lasting joint relief with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. So you can walk and run and hike and play golf and move again pain-free. In fact, QC Kinetics advanced protocols have enabled tens of thousands of patients to reclaim their mobility. Hey, don't put it off any longer. Call 479-999-1234. It's QC Kinetics right here in Northwest Arkansas. 479-999-1234. That's 479-999-1234 for QC Kinetics.
This is Leisha Fogarty with Guild Mortgage. When you look for a home loan, you want a company that is local, experienced, honest, hardworking, and has the loan programs that fit your needs. That's what you will find here at Guild Mortgage. For a lender that is with you from origination through servicing, check us out online at guildmortgage.com or call us at 479-275-0378. Guild Mortgage Company, Equal Housing Opportunity Company, NMLS number 3274, individual NMLS number 2032905. All loans subject to underwriter approval. Terms and conditions may apply, subject to change without notice.
Hey, it's James Teague. Over the years playing baseball, I've grown accustomed to closing innings, but now I'm closing cases. With almost 30 years in the business, the Teague Law Firm can help you with all family law matters, including divorce, custody, and child support. We can also help with criminal law such as traffic offenses, DWIs, and more. Call me at the Teague Law Firm at 479-877-1688. That's 479-877-1688. Visit us online at teague-law.com.
Teague Law Firm, if they can't help you, they'll talk football.
ESPN 99.5. Giving you the entertainment you deserve. Here's Ruscin and Zach.
Continue here. 23 till the hour. Friday. Almost summer. And you can join us at 866-285-4005 and be a part of the program. Your drive home is powered by Mr. Sparky.
Need a licensed electrician to service your home? Give us a jingle or just use this one.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
For local pros, call Mr. Sparky.
Look, another player's rung the bell. That means he did his personal best.
God, that was boring.
I scored with a Michigan girl once doing that. It was pretty good. All right. Thank you. DQ playing the sound effects today with Zach.
Yeah, this whole page is basically sound clips of me.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel a little...
Are you feeling targeted?
No, I feel a little conceited if I play a sound clip that has me talking.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know, not very modest to do something like that.
Not very modest.
Yeah, it's true. We're all about modesty here on Ruscin and Zach. Yes. Let's see here. All right. You think Zach is listening? No. Good text, Shane. Thank you. But no. No, you never want to listen to this show when you're not on it. Bad stuff happens.
No, because they talk bad about you.
That's exactly right. DQ knows from a few days ago. I know from when I got hung up coming back from campus, molding young minds about whatever it is we do here every single day. And I heard you guys. I'll never listen again. Never again will I do that. DQ is going to recap the week, or recap the week. Hard for me to say. Let's do it now. Why not? And then I got a story about Big Soap that I think we can maybe have some fun with. So DQ is here to tell. We're going to go through. DQ takes notes in there during the week, and we're going to try and figure out when she was searching for stuff or whatever, a quote, what in the world we were talking about at that time. So DQ, take it away.
This was a pretty good week for Google searches.
Oh yeah, good.
So I'll start with that. Okay. Our first Google search that we have is, what kind of blimp is the Goodyear blimp?
Right.
I don't know what I meant by that. If I was meaning what brand of blimp.
type of blimp. There are different types of airships and blimps and whatnot. And I can't remember how we got onto this. But at one point, someone mentioned that they had seen the Goodyear blimp once when it was at Drake Field. So that started.
I think you were also talking about how you saw the drone grocery delivery.
That's right. Yep. Yeah. I'd like to see a blimp grocery delivery, honestly. It'd be kind of fun. That thing floating over.
There aren't that many blimps.
There aren't a lot of blimps.
Like real blimps.
No, there was a time in the 90s where, like, if you were a brand, you had a blimp at a sporting event. Like Fujifilm had a blimp. I think DirecTV had a blimp. Like there were a bunch of different blimps besides Goodyear, which has been the mainstay for ever. But yeah, we don't have a lot of blimps anymore. All right.
Okay, and then I will just say immediately after that, I searched dirigible.
That's right. Yes.
Because I did not know what that meant.
Type of blimp.
Okay, then I searched what is a doldrum. I don't remember what we were talking about.
No. Let's see here. The doldrum. I don't know. Maybe it had something to do with losing the regional and fans being in the doldrums.
Probably because I did search it on Tuesday. So
okay, yeah, well, yeah. Maybe the doldrums were over by Tuesday. I don't know.
Okay, and then the last Google search that we have is Zuba's pants.
Yes.
I searched that many times.
Well, you've never
to look at different Zuba's pants.
You've never seen Zuba's pants.
No, I haven't.
But they came up this week because this wasn't the same day I didn't wear socks. Is
No.
it? No.
It was after I had just gotten back from like Harbor.
Oh, I see.
And so that was the first thing I did basically.
Yeah.
Is look up Zuba's pants. And Zach claims he didn't have a pair.
I did. I had
Yeah.
pairs. My dad had pairs. I remember the Christmas he got them. I remember that. At my grandpa's old farmhouse. Yeah. But those things are good. I like them. And then they're still around, is what we found out. The DQ was looking them up in there. And they still have some of their licensing deals in place. So you can get like Buffalo
they have
Bill
their
Zubas.
NFL licensing. Yeah.
Yeah. Specific markets. Like Buffalo makes sense as a place where you could still see Zuba's pants.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Buffalo. You know, New York City, probably not so much. But Buffalo, that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. So a couple texts that we got. I did tell this guy on the phone I would read his bad dad joke.
Okay.
So I'm keeping to that promise.
Okay.
So this is
we are of our word here.
This
at
is
Ruscin.
Big Jake's bad dad joke of the week.
All right, bad dad joke of the week. Okay.
Okay. You can always enchilada and get a foot, but if you inch a whole lotta, you get a yard.
Oh, okay.
It's bad dad joke.
Very good. Thank you. Big Jake, is that another?
Yeah, Big Jake.
Way to go, Big Jake.
I don't remember where he's from, but okay.
It's pretty good.
Another text that we got is an unjust law is no law at all. St. Augustine.
Okay. Going way back with that quote.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was when we were talking about whether or not a crime was it was my parking.
Oh, your parking.
We were talking about how the law was dumb. So I shouldn't have gotten a ticket for the parking because the law itself.
Right.
And then we were also just talking about committing crimes in general this week.
Yeah, but there was some criminal activity.
Times.
I don't know if anything was confessed to necessarily, but a lot of it was discussed. Yes. And if you should, was it this week where we discussed whether you tell your attorney if you did it or not? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And it's still split on that as far as the attorneys are off today. We haven't heard from them.
It was really split.
Yeah.
It was almost 50-50.
Yeah.
Okay, so a couple quotes that we got. Ricotta is slime.
Ricotta is slime. That was during National Cheese Day.
Yeah, that was during our cheese discussion.
Yes.
That I think lasted the whole day.
Yeah. Well, it certainly lasted for that hour. I remember that.
Okay, and the last one, you'll be really surprised to hear this quote. We need to get in the foot business on hitthatline.com.
That's right. Yes. Well, yesterday I committed the mortal sin of wearing flip-flops to work.
Mm-hmm.
And
you almost showed your feet on camera.
I almost did, which would have generated untold amount of revenue for the stream and for the company and all that stuff. I think we need to consider getting into the foot business.
It's a victimless profession.
It's all cash. It's all
face.
profit.
All cash, no face.
That's right. It's all profit. What are the expenses? We've got the equipment already. Come on. I don't see the downside of this.
Probably a pet. You probably have to expense a pedicure.
Okay, you might have to, work on that. But yeah, we could do that. You get that. We know some places, I'm sure, that could handle that. All right.
But yeah, that was your
there you go.
Weekend review.
What a week it was. Thank you, DQ, for keeping up with all that stuff in there. It is difficult to keep up with all that stuff in there. One quick update from Knoxville. The Volunteers have sadly broken the game open. It is 11-5 Tennessee against Evansville, top of the 8th in game 1 of the Supers. So there you go. Chris on the McClarty hotline has texted in. He once wore jeans and flip-flops to a company-wide meeting. Okay. Here's BE booing Big Jake's dad joke of the week.
He did say it was going to be a bad joke, so
he managed expectations.
Yeah.
And that's all you can ask. You can't come in here and say I've got the greatest thing ever and then do that. It's not going to work. But he told us on the front end everything we needed to know. We were prepared, and then he delivered. I say he met expectations. And our expectations were not all that unreasonable.
They were low.
They were low, and they were met. So there you go. Who was talking about this the other day? This has gotten quite the attention this week. Jason Kelsey claims he never washes his feet. And he said people shouldn't trust, quote, big soap. The former Eagles center over the weekend engaged a troll who claims that Jason Kelsey doesn't wash. Instead of letting the insult lie or firing back, Jason seemed to play into it, writing, "What kind of weirdo washes their feet?" But somebody else mentioned this, like a mainstream thing here. Oh, it was at the I guess they had the Bad Boys movie premiere. Martin Lawrence, Will Smith, and apparently they were somehow this got brought up when they were talking. They were sitting around talking at something called 7 p.m. in Brooklyn with Carmelo Anthony and the Kid Mero. So one of these podcast things. And they told Martin Lawrence said that Jason Kelsey has, quote, nasty ass feet, end quote, to wash his feet. Jason Kelsey said on X, all of you have been fed diabolical lies that washing every crevice of your bodies and hair all the time is better or healthier. Any dermatologist not in bed with big soap will agree. Hot spots are all that's necessary and actually leads to cleaner, healthier skin. Okay.
I know he's joking, but...
Is he? Because he's doubling down on this.
I know he's joking, but you have to think your feet is a hot spot for some people.
There's a lot of work going on down there.
Your feet should be considered a hot spot.
Yes. Yeah. There's a lot of work going on down there.
Well,
you're on them every day. There's socks involved.
Yeah.
So it's like, your feet have a blanket on at all hours of the day. If you're working, it's hot. You got to wash your feet.
I think the amount of people that don't use face wash or body wash is so concerning to me.
Really?
Yes. Face wash is.
What do they use? They just rinse off?
I think I've heard. I've heard some people talking about how they don't use body wash. They just like let the shampoo run down.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay. So there are people that in lieu of washing their body, just wash their hair and let the soap run down, and that's what they do.
Yeah, they call it good.
Okay. No, I don't. No, you can't do that.
The face wash too. I know that's less common, but I just can't imagine going a day without washing my face with actual soap.
Yeah. Yeah. Soap or I've got like a specific like face wash.
Yeah.
Like in a
Yeah.
pumping.
Yeah, I have.
What do you call it?
Yeah, I use CeraVe, and then I also have
Bottle.
this little scrub thing that I put the soap on, and then I wash my face with the scrub.
No. Well, Sheldon says women don't wash their hair every day
Some people
because
don't.
it's not healthy.
It's supposedly it's not good for your hair. I haven't
I thought
experienced that.
I thought they didn't. See, I thought women didn't wash their hair every day because it's such a large undertaking.
It is not.
Oh, it's not?
If you don't have really curly hair, it's not that large of an undertaking.
Because you got to wash it, and then you got to put it in that like towel turban thing for a while, and then you got to dry it, and then you got to fix it. And this is a
Okay, well, I don't do any of that, so maybe it's not that much of an undertaking for me.
okay. So just for you, it's not that
No.
not that big of a deal.
No,
But you have a nice head of hair. Like it's not like you've got like
Thank you.
mange or anything in there. So
yeah, I
it's
wash
working
my
for
hair.
you.
I wash my hair every day. Days that I don't, I feel like the grossest person on the planet.
Yeah. Sheldon is 30 and bald, so he doesn't wash his hair. But you gotta like, okay, so I have kind of wondered about that before. Maybe Sheldon can shed some light on that. Okay, you don't have any hair, but you do something, right? Like soap, like you wash.
It's gotta be soap.
You wash your head with something, right?
You should probably wash your. I don't know, with body wash or face wash.
Yeah, which one do you do? You would think with all of the people who shave their heads, there would be like here's your top of the head wash. It's not face or body wash. It's just designed for your head. But I don't know. I don't know what the secret is there. I have thought about that before.
Yeah.
This moment in time, which is if you are a shaved head person, there's a lot of them out there. What do you wash your head with? I don't know. He uses facial wash on his head and his face.
Okay.
This Jay does here on the McClarty Daniel hotline. Okay. All right. That makes sense.
Can I put up a poll asking how many people are bald that answer our polls?
Doesn't bother me.
I'm curious about that.
Some people are, well, so there's degrees of that, right? Like there's the people who are like hanging on to scraps.
Yeah.
There's the people who have just, surrendered and just, shave it all the time. And they love it. They look better with the bald head versus the, as Costanza called it, the classic horseshoe pattern on the side there. So I don't know. Wes says soap. Okay.
But what kind?
I don't know. Ivory, Dove Men. No. All right.
This guy
we'll figure this out.
Is a shaved head guy, and 1 bar of soap covers everything.
Okay. What is that? That lava soap? That'll work. That'll work. Okay. 866-285-4005. McClarty Daniel hotline. Your drive home powered by Mr. Sparky. We will return with more stuff for you coming up after these important messages. We got another hour to go here. Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas. Stay where you are.
This is Una Lee in the 4029 newsroom with the top headlines. An update from Benton County officials on the future for cleanup and debris removal earlier today. Benton County Judge Barry Mooring says they've gotten 2,600 reports of property damage. 75 of those were destroyed. The investigation into the purchase of a $19,000 lectern by the governor's office has come to an end. Prosecutors say Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders did not violate the law when she bought the podium on a state credit card. These findings come after Arkansas lawmakers called for an audit of the transaction in 2023. Lawmakers released their audit in April. Auditors found several points of potential non-compliance with state law. Prosecutors, though, say there is not enough evidence to prove negligence regarding Freedom of Information Act requests. And that's what's happening on Una Lee 4029 News.
Welcome to McClarty Daniel Country.
With 6 giant locations and over 3,000 vehicles, Northwest Arkansas is McClarty Daniel Country. Stop by one of our showrooms today to shop our full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs.
McClarty Daniel is proud to be your premier automotive destination.
Need service? We work on all makes and models 6 days a week. Plus, our full-service collision center can repair anything, from a minor ding to a major collision. Have you visited McClarty Daniel Country?
Visit us online at McClartyDaniel.com.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted best garage door company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Walk-Ons is always a win. Whether it's a post-game celebration, drinks with the crew, or an easy weeknight dinner, Walk-Ons has you covered. Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers and cocktails. Dig into mouth-watering menu items like po' boys, gumbo, and voodoo shrimp, plus fan favorites like juicy burgers and fresh salads. Find your nearest location in Rogers, Fayetteville, Fort Smith, Conway, and coming soon to Little Rock, or order online or in the app. Walk-On Sports Bistro for the win.
When you're looking for your next side-by-side, motorcycle, ATV, or zero-turn mower, look no further than your local Wood Power Sports store. With convenient locations in Springdale, Fayetteville, and Harrison, we've got 9 brands to choose from. If you can think of it, we've probably got it. These 3 convenient locations also provide you with outstanding service and parts capabilities. Want to know more? Visit us online at woodpowersports.com. Pick your brand, location, or shop all 3. We look forward to earning your business. Wood Power Sports, a solid name you can trust.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe insurance should adjust to fit your needs. That's why we work with you to design an auto, home, and life insurance plan that's particular to you. Insurance that fits just right. Ready to check us out? Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call my friend JT Finley at 479-521-4220 or come by and see him in the heart of Fayetteville off College Avenue.
Who can you trust to sell your home for the most money with the least amount of drama? You need a team of agents with decades of experience, commitment, and of course, tens of thousands in marketing. You need the Lindbergh team, home of Arkansas's only instant offer program. Get a cash offer on your home in only 72 hours. Lindbergh Real Estate Group is the #1 team in Arkansas with over $1 billion sold and voted best of the best 10 years in a row, serving all of Northwest Arkansas, Missouri, and now the River Valley. Find out more at LindberghTeam.com. LIMBIRD.
How could I possibly be expected to handle work on a day like this? Take a day off and check out the new and pre-owned rides at Rath Mitsubishi. Bring in your old ride and get up to 27% extra for your trade on any of our new or road-ready certified used cars. So choice, I highly recommend picking one up. Life moves pretty fast, so stop and look around at Rath Mitsubishi. Don Tyson and 71B Springdale, rathmitsubishi.com. You're still here? The ad's over.
Needing an electrician? Call the pros at Mr. Sparky. All of our certified electricians provide 5-star electrical work. If you have problems with an outlet, blown fuse, ceiling fan, need a panel replacement, or even a safety check, we've got you covered. Day or night, 24/7. And all of our work is 100% guaranteed. You can trust your electrical work with Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
KAKS Goshen Fayetteville, K237GR Johnson. Arkansas football begins in 83 days. Broadcasting live from the Cards Recycling Studio. Cards is the official residential, commercial, and recycling waste collection service of the Ruscin and Zach Show. ESPN Arkansas presents Derek Ruscin.
Have we got a stadium? Yes. Have we got a college? Yes. Well, we can't support both. Tomorrow we start tearing down the college.
And Zach Arns.
Work. Hello, boys. Have a good night's rest. I missed you.
With DQ.
Just gonna go have fun. No one out there that I know of in the audience actively hates me.
Call or text the McClarty Daniel hotline 866-285-4005. With 6 locations in Springdale and Bentonville, a good deal is never far away. Ruscin and Zach.
But if they hate him, why do they listen?
Most common answer. I want to see what he'll say next.
This is Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
All right, we're returning here on Ruscin and Zach. DQ and I here. Zach has the day off. We're all back here on Monday, 866-285-4005. You can get in here on the McClarty Daniel hotline. Do you wash your feet? Jason Kelsey doesn't. And it's caused quite the conversation out there. Your drive home is powered by Mr. Sparky.
Need a licensed electrician to service your home? Give us a jingle or just use this one.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
For local pros, call Mr. Sparky.
All right. Very good. Oh. That's the sound people have made with shareholders' traffic in Northwest Arkansas all week long, causing problems everywhere. On roads where you're like, why are there cars on this road? Like, there's nothing to see here. There are no attractions on this road. Why? There's no stores. Like, what? Why are people on this road? Maybe to get off the other road. I don't know. It's been weird. It's been a weird week with all that stuff. But they're all leaving. I can't trust this. There's someone very trusting. Dial for Men 3-in-1. Body, face, and hair wash. Ooh. I don't know. I mean, that's very convenient to have 3 in one bottle.
Yeah.
But I can't. No, I don't know about that. By the way, the best bar soaps, we were talking about that earlier. I was a fan of Zest. I do body wash now, but I like Zest and Irish Spring. Those are good. Those are my choices. If you go bar soap back in the day, I don't even know. Irish Spring's still around. I don't know if Zest is. You're not fully clean unless you're Zest fully clean. That was their slogan in 1992 or whatever when those commercials were on.
I don't think I've ever used a bar soap.
You never used a bar soap?
No.
Not even to wash your hands?
Maybe to wash my hands,
No.
but not for a shower. Because I don't really like using wash rags. I like the loofah.
The loofah.
Yeah.
The loofah.
The loofah is elite.
The loofah is elite. Did we get that, Abner? Oh. Yeah. See, I use the washcloth. I don't like the loofah. So, but we get along. See, there's hope for America. You know what I mean? There's hope for us all. Let's see here. What does this say? Kristen Poto. Wow. Kristen Poto's wife uses a discontinued bar soap, and it costs $25 a bar. Oh man, you got to make some changes
Maybe you
here.
just gotta.
It's time to move on.
Change.
It's time to move on.
Find a similar.
There's no reason to spend $25 on a bar of soap.
On Amazon, it's selling for $62.
Whoa.
The body wash is even selling for $24.
Wow. Tone, huh? Wow. Okay. That's more than I'm willing to spend in the home and beauty, health and beauty aisle on any of this stuff. Oh man. Hacker has royal bathers from Zamuda, like Prince Hakeem did in Coming to America. I don't know. If I was rich, I would still bathe myself. I don't think I'd have.
I don't want help there.
Right. Oh, well. All right. Drive home powered by Mr. Sparky here, 866-285-4005. Evansville's trying to get back in this super regional game in Knoxville. It was 11-5. It's now 11-6 at the top of the ninth. And Evansville has 2 on and nobody out. And Tennessee changed pitchers a moment ago. Tennessee had a 6-run lead. It's now a 5-run lead. If this guy goes yard, it's 11-9. And there are some nervous people wearing orange. But we'll keep an eye on this and see what happens. The next game up, just about to get underway, West Virginia and North Carolina in the Super. So that'll be over in Chapel Hill. Now, Evansville has loaded the bases with nobody out against Tennessee. So maybe the Volunteers are going to puke on themselves here in this 9th inning. That would make me happy. And let me be clear on this again, because this has come up. And Megan texting in, yes, we forgot to mention this. Happy National Donut Day to all of you celebrating. You go to your local shop, get a free donut or whatever the case may be. Get you a bag of those little white crystal meth donuts that they have. The Hostess company makes. God Almighty, those are good. Unbelievable. Anyway, let's talk about this for a second here, because I was recently admonished again for my views on the SEC, and my views are this: that now that Arkansas is out of this tournament, I don't want any of these jerks winning from the SEC. None of them. It doesn't help Arkansas. So what do I care? The league doesn't care about Arkansas, so therefore I don't care about the league. That's my position. So I want Evansville to beat Tennessee. And I want A&M to lose. And I want Oregon State to beat Kentucky and all that stuff. It doesn't help me feel any better if the SEC wins. I don't care. The league doesn't care about my team, so I don't care about the league. That is a healthy relationship to have with someone that doesn't care about you. Keep them at arm's length or further away. So let the whole thing burn now. I don't care. Go Evansville. Purple Aces. Let's go. That is my position. Some people disagree. They root for the league for financial gain. Let me tell you something. Been rooting for this league for 30 years. How's that worked out? Has your team gotten better because all this cash that's been flying in? Have they gotten better? Have they bought a bunch of championships? Oh, the money's great. Yeah, the money's great. That's my position. I don't know. People disagree? Fine. That's my position. There's now 2 outs here, and Evansville has the bases loaded, still trailing by 5, 11-6 with Tennessee. Sterling's calling us up here on the McClarty Daniel hotline. Hi, Sterling. Good afternoon.
Hey, man. Doing a great job. You talk about champ for the SEC. Football, you talk about financial gain, and it's always been this thought that your league is considered strong, that if you had a good enough team within the running, you would get the benefit of the doubt when it comes to playoff selection. We know that when us that really follow the game know that was never an option, but for some people, they can hang their hat on that. But what I've come to find out in the sports that you are not good at, and I almost used the word suck, but that's not proper. But the sports that you're not good or not on top of the line, you tend to more out cheer for the league to keep your rooting interest in big games.
Yeah.
Now, in baseball, when you're one of the top dogs, I don't see why you would cheer for SEC schools when you're among the elite. Even though you have underachieved the last 2 seasons, you still have spent time at the top spot in the rankings, national seeds, and so on and so forth. So I don't understand it in especially baseball. But me personally, I don't want Tennessee or Georgia to win because that crowd, you know the crowd I'm talking about, the crowd that want my man to get out of town. You let Vitello or West win a national championship before Dave Van Horn. Goodness gracious, they won't never shut up.
No, that's true.
Until Dave actually does it himself. And the main gripe is that he's been here so long and never won a national championship, and everybody else in the league seems to be winning national championships. But I can't get them to admit that. Would you say that they're a fly ball away from him winning one? I mean, it's illegal for him to go out there and catch that ball.
If
it's been put, all he could do.
It's been put this simply to me, Sterling. If Dominic Fletcher's the right fielder, there's a national championship hanging on the wall at Baumgartner Stadium. It's as simple as that.
And I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. Because what happened there was the right fielder deferred to a captain, friend, whatever, to a elder statesman, a much respected player. He yielded to him when he shouldn't have.
Yep.
But he did because of his status. And he overran it. But I totally agree with that. A different person out there that wouldn't give that up so easily will be a national champion. So, yeah, so I don't hold that against. In my book, in my personal record book, like the 2000 used to be,
yes,
Dave, Arkansas hasn't won one, but Dave has.
Okay.
My personal record book. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Oh. Thank you,
Great
Sterling.
job today.
Thank you. That's Sterling. That's good. You know what? In my personal record book, Dave does have a national title. Sure, I'll go with that. Why not? Why not? I like that argument. That's pretty good. I haven't. I think people have gotten bored and moved on to other things. But are people still bemoaning the fact that Nate Thompson works at this school? Because it was funny to me as the whole week played out that Dave got no criticism, which is not surprising. Everyone's afraid to criticize Dave. They're afraid. He's the only person in Razorback land that people are afraid to criticize. People will criticize Hunter, not very often. People are afraid to criticize Calipari, but he hasn't coached a game yet here, so he's kind of still in that, that you've started the job, but you haven't started on the floor yet job. So you're still in that kind of waiting room stage. And everybody rips on Pittman because it's so doggone easy. But everyone's afraid to criticize Dave. So you got to go to the next person in line. And for whatever reason, it was Nate Thompson this year. It's been Matt Hobbs before. It's been Nate Thompson. It goes back and forth. Hobbs got no blame at all. No blame. He totally skated with this collapse this year. Got no blame. It was all everyone piling on Thompson. The team at 300 in the regional. But the hitting coach stinks. So that must be what it is. Please. And there's another argument, by the way. You remember when we were talking about the legitimate talking heads that were responding to this internet, the fans talking about Dave should retire, and we found out they were responding to nothing. There was a couple people with like a couple hundred followers, like nobody legitimate was saying those things. The Nate Thompson talking point is even flimsier than that. A completely false stat was the cornerstone of the entire Nate Thompson argument. There was a stat that was quickly debunked by, math, that in the last 7 postseasons, Arkansas has hit 176 in the NCAA tournament. It is not true. It's higher than that. Hutch was all over it. Others were all over it. It's completely false, but yet it kept getting repeated over and over and over again. So that means it must be true, right? No. So this whole... in the aftermath of the regional loss, I don't know, 80, 90% of the discussion was dictated by a fake stat that was not real. It is not real. And a couple of trolls with like 90 followers saying Dave should retire. They drove the conversation the entire week. The entire week. Legitimate personalities. Dave should get to go out on his own terms. Yes, obviously. Why do you need to respond to that? It's not. That is so absurd. It doesn't need to be dignified with a comment, with a reply. So the entire discussion all week was based on fake news. Arkansas is at 176 in the postseason. That's not real. But it got repeated so many times, people believed it. Wasn't real. Isn't real. And then the Dave thing, which is just a couple of people blowing off steam on their phone. They're not that's not the pulse of the fan base. If you get 11,000 people in that stadium, 10,000 of them don't think Dave should retire. I mean, come on. But those two instances drove the entire narrative all week. It's a sad state of affairs on sports and commentary and media and all of those things. And it shows you, honestly, like you don't have to have any kind of credibility at all to control a conversation on the internet. If you could fog a mirror and put a couple of sentences together and generate buzz, you have set the agenda for the whole week. That's all it takes. It requires no intelligence. It requires no ability to do research. You just have to have a phone and a cockeyed thought, and off we go. That's all it takes. Players are responding to this. Just a couple of nitwits for all it is. It's not like the AD said this or anybody, on this station, on any station said this. There's a couple of people blowing off steams, but it got enough attention that people thought, because the media is lazy, they thought, well, this is how everybody feels. Let me react to this. It's completely ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. All right. Drive home powered by Mr. Sparky here on Ruscin and Zach. 866-285-4005. I know I harp on this all the time, but I just can't believe how easy it is to just, hijack the entire discussion. Whatever. Let's see here. We talked sports there for a few minutes, so most of the people fell asleep on the text machine. All right, let's wait. Everybody wake back up here. Look alive. Look alive, people. While we were discussing all that and talking to Sterling and everything, Tennessee finished off Evansville 11-6. So Tennessee's a win away from the College World Series, which really helps out Arkansas's program, I think, right? No, it doesn't at all. Makes it more difficult. North Carolina and West Virginia underway, and they're going to the second no score in that game. And what's the other thing here? Oh, Florida State beat UConn today 24-4. No. No, there you go. All right. Well, we'll move on from all that into something else here, I suppose. Pat Sajak's final show tonight on Wheel of Fortune. That's coming up in a little over an hour. 6:30. An American institution. I call him a public utility. You didn't have to watch every night, but every now and then when you wanted to watch, he was there. It was like Casey Kasem on the Top 40, or Rick Dees, or Paul Harvey, or Madden doing a football game. In the sports world, the College Game Day guys, like, you may not watch every week inside the NBA, but they're there. And it's nice to know they're there. And now Pat Sajak is leaving effective tonight. We're trying to get him to fill in next Friday. We'll see how those negotiations go. But yeah, his last program coming up here in a little over an hour. That's it. They'll have reruns on all summer, and then Ryan Seacrest takes over, and Ryan Seacrest proving to be somewhat polarizing with the people out here on our McClarty Daniel hotline here. So there you go. I think of another public utility I forgot to mention there was Mike Shannon on the Cardinal game. Like, you could turn in for 40 years or longer, and you hear Mike Shannon on a Cardinal game. Jack Buck was that way. You may not listen every night, but I didn't listen to every Cardinal game. But I knew that, if I tuned in, I'd hear Mike Shannon at some point. So there's comfort in that to a certain extent. I know it's stupid and it's a game show or, it's a ball game or whatever, but there's comfort to a certain extent in knowing that, if I choose to watch this show or turn this game on or whatever, listen to this show, that they're going to be there. So there's some comfort in that. I don't know who's next on that list now after Sajak's gone. I mean, Seacrest is pretty, he's there when you need him to be there. So that's he's there. Someone mentioned the college game day guys, and college game day to sports people is a very popular show, but in the nation at large, it's not that popular in the grand scheme of things. But from a sports perspective, yeah, every Saturday morning during the fall, those guys are going to be there. So there's comfort in that too. That's true. So one of those people is ending the run, and there's fewer and fewer of those people that are just there. Shane and Alma has a good point, DQ. Is Steve Harvey reaching that level? As much as Family Feud's on TV somewhere every day, it's kind of like, when you want to watch Family Feud, Steve Harvey's on somewhere and you can watch it,
Yeah, he's probably getting there.
Yeah. I don't know how long he's been doing that. Maybe 10 years, maybe longer than that. But he's been doing that quite a while.
He began hosting in 2010.
Okay, so 14 years. Yeah. Local news anchors get this too. Or weather people. When you're around a while, you're through a lot of storms or you cover a lot of stories. Like, I want to turn on that channel. That guy's on or that woman's on. So that happens. So there's something comfortable about that. Even if you're not watching, like, I keep thinking of Casey Kasem in the top 40. Like, I didn't listen every week, but you knew on Sunday or Saturday, if you turned it on, Casey Kasem's counting down the hits. I'll hear a few of the songs. What's number 14 this week? What's number 12? What's the long distance dedication? All that stuff. There is comfort in all that stuff. I know it's a stupid little game show where they play hangman for money, but it's nice to know it's there. All right. 523, Ruscin and Zach, 866-285-4005 is how you can join us here on the McClarty Daniel hotline. That's a good point, Shane, that Steve Harvey is getting to that point where he's on TV and doing Family Feud, and it's there, and you can come and go as you please. You can watch it, not watch it, whatever. All right, we'll hit a break here and come back, and DQ's got the polls. We'll find out what we learned, all this stuff coming up here. ESPN Arkansas and the Hit That Line Now app. Don't go anywhere.
Join the local conversation on the McClarty Daniel hotline. 866-285-4005. McClarty Daniel, a vehicle for every lifestyle.
Home is everything. It's your sanctuary, your command center, your music room, and your art studio. It's It's where you eat family dinners and make lasting memories. When you use a Weichert agent to help you find your home, we'll help you find the space to make it yours. When you begin your search, know that a Weichert agent will be there with you every step of the way. Because at Weichert Realtors, we guide you home. To get started, call your local Weichert agent and look for our bright yellow signs all over town. At Weichert Realtors, we sell more because we do more. Each Weichert franchised office is independently owned and operated.
At Progressive, we know how much you love your recreational vehicles, so we decided to record this commercial in an RV.
With a family on vacation.
Mom, who are these people? Oh, that's Flo and Jamie. They're recording a commercial, sweetie. Don't they do that in the studio?
Normally.
No.
But we wanted to feature a family who bundled their home and RV and saved with Progressive.
Yeah, it looks like you're all out of chips.
Okay, I think we'll just drop you off at the next gas station.
Bundle your home and other vehicles with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
It's Ruskin and Zach.
Give me the hog truck.
I need directions for paying down debt.
Starting route. Apply for a SoFi personal loan and consolidate your debt into one fixed payment. Turn right into a positive outlook and get $5,000 to $100,000 as soon as the same day you sign, with no fees required.
Got it. You could get out of high-interest credit card debt with a SoFi personal loan. View your rate at SoFi.com/debt in 60 seconds with no impact to your credit score. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions at SoFi.com/debt. NMLS 696891.
If you're interested in continuing your involvement in high school athletics and want to make some extra money, what better way to do so than by becoming an official? For information on how you can give back to student athletes in Arkansas, please contact us at 501-955-2500. Again, that's 501-955-2500. The Arkansas Activities Association is looking for sports officials, and you may be the answer.
This is Leisha Fogarty with Guild Mortgage. When you look for a home loan, you want a company that is local, experienced, honest, hardworking, and has the loan programs that fit your needs. That's what you will find here at Guild Mortgage. For a lender that is with you from origination through servicing, check us out online at guildmortgage.com or call us at 479-275-0378. Guild Mortgage Company, Equal Housing Opportunity. Company NMLS number 3274, individual NMLS number 2032905. All loans subject to underwriter approval. Terms and conditions may apply. Subject to change without notice.
Dive into summer with the Doughboy Pool Super Sale at Burton Pools and Spas. Say goodbye to crowded public pools. With a Doughboy Pool, the fun comes to you. Don't miss the hottest deals of the year. Doughboy above-ground pools up to $1,500 off. 18-foot steel wall pools only $75 a month. And semi-in-ground pools under $200 a month, plus a free robotic cleaner. Hurry into our Fort Smith, Springdale, or Greenland showroom to pick out your new pool today. At Burton Pools and Spas, we do more than build swimming pools. We build long-term relationships.
What's going on the grill tonight? Well, whatever it is, you'll find only the best at Richard's Country Meat Market. From the aroma of steak to perfectly flavored gourmet burgers and fresh kebabs on the grill. This summer will be a feast for the senses. Whether you're cooking up an inspired new recipe or a favorite family dish, visit Richard's Country Meat Market for the best meats in town. And Richard's makes it easy with curbside pickup. To place your order, call ahead at 479-443-0000 for ready-to-grill kebabs, bacon-wrapped fillets, perfectly flavored gourmet beef patties, quarter-pound beef franks, and shop-made sausages. You don't even have to worry about the sides or desserts because Richard's has you covered with their home-style recipes. So for an irresistibly delicious summer meal on the grill, stop by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. 1 block east of College and Rolling Hills Drive at 3042 North Market Avenue. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
Looking to buy your dream home or list your current home? Call the Good Team. Brett and Monica Good with Collier & Associates. Nobody knows the Northwest Arkansas market better. Monica and Brett work as a team and specialize in Beaver Lake properties, Bella Vista, all of Benton and Washington County, and Fort Smith as well. Whether you want to buy or sell a new home, second home, or forever home, call the Good Team. Brett and Monica Good with Collier & Associates. 479-651-2292. That's 479-651-2292 for Brett and Monica Good.
Are you ready to upgrade your ride? Head on over to McClarty Daniel Country. McClarty Daniel has over 1,000 used cars to choose from, so you're sure to find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs and budget. With 6 convenient locations in Bentonville and Springdale, you're never too far away from a great deal. But that's not all. If you're looking for something brand new, they've got you covered there too, with a great selection of new cars available for you to upgrade to. So what are you waiting for? Come on down to McClarty Daniel and drive away in the car of your dreams. Online at McClartyDaniel.com.
Hey sports fans, tired of carrying linebacker weight? At Voxy Wellness and Rogers, we have the playbook for men who want to lose weight faster. No more fumbling with the plan. Our injectable weight loss program is as straightforward as it gets, and you can get started with a consultation online or in person. Don't let those stubborn extra pounds sideline your health. Skip the excuses and visit VoxyNWA.com to begin. That's Voxy as in V for victory, OXYNWA.com.
Hello, folks. I'm Chief Meteorologist Darby Bobby with the 4029 Get Ready Weather Forecast. It's going to be a hot, humid start to the weekend tomorrow, and certainly this evening still kind of warm, with lows only dropping around 70 by tomorrow morning. There is a weak system moving through tonight, so after midnight, there'll be a chance for a shower or a storm, maybe something strong. As we go throughout the day on Saturday, well, generally quiet, but very hot and humid. Highs in the low 90s, feeling like near 100 throughout the day. And then we'll have to watch for more chances of storms Saturday night into our Sunday, and cooling down a little Sunday. That's your Get Ready Weather, only on 4029.
ESPN 99.5. Live across Arkansas, this is Ruscin and Zach.
Right back here on ESPN Arkansas. And to hit that line now app. Greg with a thought here on the text line. As long as Wheel of Fortune's been on the air, they've had 2 hosts, Chuck Woolery and Pat Sajak. Well, they had a little time with Rolf Bernerschke and Bob Goen, but mostly they've had 2 hosts. Yes. Think about this: Wheel of Fortune went on in 1974. 2 hosts for most of those episodes. Think about this: Razorback baseball since 1971 has had 2 coaches. Norm DeBryan, Dave Van Horn. Think about that. Or was it 70? 70 or 71? Norm came here. I used to think in the 90s when the Dolphins were good, it was so cool that they had 2 coaches ever. There was some guy and then Don Shula. And then Jimmy Johnson. They had 3 coaches. Now they've had a lot more coaches than that. But there was a point where they had like 2 coaches. The Cowboys had 2 coaches for a while. Landry and Jimmy Johnson. And then Barry Switzer. Now the Cowboys had a bunch of coaches since then. I wonder which NFL teams have had the fewest coaches now. It's got to be one of the newer teams now. But then again, the expansion teams are usually so bad, they get new coaches every other year or so. So maybe not. Norm's first year was 1970. So 1970 so in 54 seasons, Arkansas baseball's had 2 coaches. Think about that. The Steelers is a good one. Yeah, they went for a long time. They went from Cowher was there. They had Tomlin. And before that, the guy whose name has dropped out of my head at the worst possible time. Chuck Noll. That's right. Chuck Noll. Yeah, 3 coaches. They've had 3 coaches in 54 years. I think Noll got there in 72. 70 also, not 1972. Let's see here. Pittsburgh Steelers. 1969, he became head coach. Okay. That's a good one. But that is not the norm. That's probably the Steelers. They had coaches before Noll. I mean, they were a bad franchise going back to the 30s and 40s and whatnot. Anyway. All right, let's after that brief distraction, let's go to DQ now for the poll questions today. Hi, DQ.
Okay, your Ruskin and Zach X polls. Is it fair that it's perfectly legal to drive with your signal on and not turn? 78% of people said, no, it is not fair.
Right.
I'm also wondering if that is also a crime. Because someone texted in about that's illegal too, but I don't know. I've certainly never seen anybody get pulled over for it.
They should, though. It's annoying.
It is annoying.
If it's not illegal, it's just irritating. So that should count for something.
Do you still have your wisdom teeth? 65% of people said no. And could you read a paper map for a long distance trip? 92% of people might be lying and said,
no, they are.
Yes, they can. I bet like 50% of people probably can. But 92%?
A paper map.
Yeah.
Okay.
And those are your Ruskin and Zach X polls. Go touch grass.
Okay. Thank you. DQ. Yes. Oh, man. Yeah. People on a paper map, I don't know. I think people are exaggerating their abilities there, their prowess with that stuff. Hey, I saw this today. We talk about our podcast and United Roofing and Waterproofing. For the first time, more than half of Americans, 51%, say they listen to podcasts. A podcast of some sort, maybe multiple, whatever. This is the first time that more than half of the country says that they listen to a podcast. So we're getting closer and closer to that dream, DQ, where we just come in here and tape this a few days a week and call it good.
We would just have to I don't know. The texting is the one thing
that
we'd have to figure out.
That would be the tricky part. We'd have to be live also and record at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'd have to figure that out. But 90-something%, to give you some context, 90-something%, 92, 95% of Americans listen to the radio every week. And now 51% of Americans listen to a podcast of some sort or multiple podcasts. So that is the first time that has been documented by the people who document these sorts of things. So it's good to have a big, good stable of podcasts here that we have here at Hit That Line and ESPN Arkansas. Like this one and all the other ones, Halftime and Give Me the Hogs, Chuck, although it was stolen from us, whatever, and all that stuff. All right, Jamie in Fayetteville's on the phone here on the McClarty Daniel Hotline. Hi, Jamie.
How's it going, guys? Like the show today. Love the show today.
Thank you.
I just have a suggestion. I was thinking of DQ's sign-off on her expos, and she kind of does it the same way. What if, now this is my first idea, not my best idea, as you guys always say.
Okay.
What if she tries it in different inflections, and you record them, and then you just have a button at the end, so she could do maybe indignant one time, like, oh, go touch grass. Or she could do surprise, like, oh, go touch grass. Or angry, touch grass. I don't know. Just like I said, first thought, maybe not my best thought. Love the show, guys. Thanks.
Thank you, Jamie. The many moods of DQ on the sign-off.
It's not the worst idea.
That's pretty good.
I don't know how I would be able to naturally create emotion like that.
Well, see, this is the challenge of an actor.
I'd have to be an actor.
You have to get into character and record a bunch of these in various moods.
Yeah.
And then we'll just have a list of them and we'll play whichever one.
One time I had to
funny.
record a commercial, and it was a very upbeat commercial.
Right. Yeah.
And this is really in, the weeds of what we do.
It's 5:38. DQ. Nobody cares.
Okay, but I have a really bad problem with sounding very bored whenever I do read commercials. I don't mean to. I'm not bored with the commercial. It's just how I sound. So one time I had to read a commercial. I was sitting straight up, and I was smiling through the commercial.
Oh, you had to smile.
So I could sound not bored.
That's a good tip. Did you mention that to the interns when they're learning how to read copy and all that stuff?
I have talked about how sound super, super bored, and how sitting up straight always helps.
Yeah. Yeah. I use my hands a lot when I'm recording commercials. I don't know why. I'm like gesturing, and like when I hit a word, I like,
Yeah.
move my fist through the air or something like that. I don't know why.
I always feel like I always hold on to the mic because I'm so scared of hearing like the mic noise. I don't know if
Oh,
you
yeah.
can. I don't know if you can hear
Yeah,
that.
maybe a little, but yeah,
I'm
it's
so
hard to
scared
hear.
of the mic noise.
Right. Right. You're not scared of it running away. You're just scared
No,
of
I'm not
the
scared
noise.
of the mic leaving.
Okay. That's a pretty good idea, actually. You undersold and over-delivered, Jamie. That's what you did there. You undersold and over-delivered. A wall of sound of just DQ in various moods on how to touch grass.
I'll work on it.
It's pretty good.
I'll work on my acting.
How many
weekend.
squares are on 16 squares on that screen?
No, there's
12?
way more.
Oh, there is? Oh, well, we'd have to get more than 16 or 20 emotions.
24.
24 different. Can you come up with 24 moods?
Yeah, what are 24 emotions?
Maybe we start with 12.
Yeah.
We'll get half the screen.
I have to make myself cry on one of them.
Oh, you're really going to go for it.
I mean, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it.
You're going to commit like
I'm
Daniel
gonna
Day-Lewis.
I'm going to have to say it in between a sob.
That is funny. Oh. DQ could get into care. Isn't that amazing when people can like cry on cue like that? Like that.
I think I could.
I don't think I could do that.
I think I could.
They just like, bam, action. Here they go.
The problem I would have is I wouldn't be able to speak any of my lines.
Yeah, that's right.
If I was crying, I just have to.
When I cry, I can't speak either.
Whenever I cry,
you're gonna find out in about 8 days. Yeah, that's it's gonna be bad. I'm telling you.
I just gotta let my cry out, and then I have to come back.
I was looking up tips on how to not cry today.
Practice them.
Here are a couple that I took away. One, tilt your head up so the tears don't fall down.
I've heard that.
And if you pinch the skin between your index finger and thumb, it's supposed to distract you.
Okay.
So you're thinking about the pinching and not the
okay.
The whatever's making
But
you.
then you have the problem of people saying that you sounded emotionless.
Oh yeah. You still have to. Yeah, you got to find something.
Yeah.
But I just don't want to be a freaking basket case with like tissues everywhere and snot and all that. You know what I mean? That's my concern. All right, the mini moods of DQ, including possible tears, coming soon to the Ruscin and Zach show. All right, we'll tell you what we learned coming up after this.
This is Ruscin and Zach.
And our fan base, again, is obnoxious as on social, so everyone hates us.
ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com. McClarty Daniel, a vehicle for every lifestyle.
Welcome to McClarty Daniel Country.
With 6 giant locations and over 3,000 vehicles, Northwest Arkansas is McClarty Daniel Country. Stop by one of our showrooms today to shop our full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs.
McClarty Daniel is proud to be your premier automotive destination.
Need service? We work on all makes and models 6 days a week. Plus, our full-service collision center can repair anything, from a minor ding to a major collision. Have you visited McClarty Daniel Country?
Visit us online at McClartyDaniel.com.
Robert and Victoria wanted to sell their property in Bella Vista. They turned to the Limbird Real Estate Group. From the moment they met with the Limbird team, Robert and Victoria knew they were in good hands. The team listened carefully to their needs and goals, and they developed a plan to sell the land quickly and efficiently. Over the next few weeks, Limbird Real Estate Group worked tirelessly to market the property and generate interest from potential buyers. They leveraged their extensive network of contacts and used innovative marketing strategies to get the word out about the land. Before they knew it, Robert and Victoria had multiple offers on the table. The team at Limbird helped them evaluate each offer and ultimately chose the one that was best for them. Robert and Victoria were not only satisfied with the results, but also impressed with how Limbird handled the entire process. They've been through the real estate process before, but this was by far the smoothest and most efficient experience they've ever had. Find out more about it at LimbirdTeam.com. LIMBIRD.
I have done in my career literally thousands of joint replacements.
Meet Dr. Mitchell Scheinkup, National Medical Director at QC Kinetics, an acclaimed orthopedic surgeon who now advises patients try all they can do to avoid the knife and consider regenerative medicine.
I myself was able to continue skiing for 10 years after my knees started to be a problem because I accessed regenerative medicine.
Now, after 20 years of study, research, teaching, publications, and clinical experience, Dr. Scheinkup is regarded as one of America's true pioneers.
This is the future of medicine.
Dr. Scheinkup came to QC Kinetics after seeing what they were doing around the country, helping tens of thousands of patients get lasting relief from joint pain with no surgery and no drugs.
QC is so far ahead of the game in its science, its protocols, its people, its facilities.
Call now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 479-999-1234. That's 479-999-1234. 479-999-1234.
Pay attention. This happens fast. You're on the forklift in your warehouse when it breaks down. You call Medley Equipment Company. Talk to Debbie.
Hello.
Debbie tells you they'll get you moving again. Debbie talks to a service tech.
Yep, I can do it.
Tech says when they can be there. That nice Debbie lady calls you back.
Hello.
Saying your forklift will be fixed in a few hours. Nice. Pretty fast, right? We're just trying to keep up because Medley keeps you moving.
I'm Branch Manager Bo Tommy. Visit medley.com or come see us at 2150 Ford Avenue, Springdale, Arkansas.
Time again to listen in on the smarter guys at Stith Plumbing and HVAC.
In about 40 days, we're looking at temperatures in the 90s, many of those days in the high 90s, several over 100.
We'll see about 100 days of high temps.
As soon as it gets warm, people will discover their air conditioner isn't working.
Don't wait until the last minute. Call Stith Plumbing and HVAC today for your spring AC tune-up.
You'd check the oil and tire pressure before driving off on your summer vacation. Well, check the motors, the relays, the start capacitors before the summer heat.
Get your air conditioner to peak performance right now.
Call 751-9691 or online at STITH Plumbing and HVAC.com. Tune in next time to hear Brett say,
I turn my air on when it hits 84.
Me too.
On the next episode of the Smarter Guys at Stith Plumbing and HVAC.
Hey y'all, it's Melinda at Fantasy Sports Cuts. Have you ever thought about what a bad haircut could do to your image? That's why you shouldn't trust your appearance to anyone except the professionals at Fantasy Sports Cuts. We believe our clients are walking billboards. If you don't look good, we don't look good. Fantasy Sports Cuts is a full-service men's hair salon where you'll always find sports on our 8 TVs, and the fridge is always full of free beer, or root beer for those little men in training. Fantasy Sports Cuts, Fayetteville's hair joint for men at Mission and Crossover in the Harp Shopping Center.
We love our backyard. This year, we added an outdoor kitchen. We couldn't wait to show it off, but what happened? Mosquitoes. Basically, we did all this work for them. Instead of providing food and entertaining our guests, we became the food. We wasted all that time and money on a yard we couldn't even enjoy. Then, we called Mosquito Joe. After just the first treatment, Mosquito Joe gave us our yard back. Now, we're the favorite neighborhood hangout. Mosquito Joe makes outside fun again. Visit arkansas.mosquitojoe.com.
ESPN 99.5. Join the local conversation on the McClarty Daniel Hotline, 866-285-4005. We don't read the headlines, we make the headlines. This is Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
Winding down another hour here, headed into the weekend. It's going to be hot this weekend. So, if you're outside, don't just be chugging beer the entire time, all right? Mix in a little water every now and then. Smart thing to do. And of course, don't forget Sunday night, we've got game 2 of the NBA Finals here on ESPN Arkansas. Got some baseball tomorrow, all kinds of stuff. Coming up here, let's see here. Chris and Poto ugly cried at his daughter's wedding. It was stupid. Huh. All right. Thank you, Chris. Our text coming in on the McClarty Daniel hotline. Oh, here's good. There you go, DQ. This would work for me. Motivation if I had to cry on cue
Yeah.
right before. Show me one of those videos where they're at a ball game and like the soldier comes home.
The
and
homecoming videos?
And the family doesn't know.
Yeah.
Every time.
That.
Show me that and then say action and we're off and running.
The kids in the classroom.
Oh yeah.
And he gets called to the office and then everyone's like, ooh.
Yes.
And then his brother's standing outside.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good.
That would do it.
That's good.
That would do it. I need to train with those. Build up some immunity in the next little while. Because I know I have to shed a few tears, but I just don't want to be a blubbering mess up there. You know what I mean? I have to have some sort of composure at some point. I have to pull it back. You know, can't just be a blubbering imbecile up there. I got to have a few tears, or like that one tear, like that Native American in that old commercial where they threw the trash on the ground. He had the one tear coming down. Anyway, let's see here. DQ, what'd you learn today?
I learned that the last time that they actually gave an Olympic gold medal winner a medal that was made of 100% solid gold was in 1912.
Oh.
Now they're just gold plated.
Yeah. Do we know what's in the middle? Is
let
it
me
chocolate?
see.
That's not chocolate, no. All right. Let's see here. I know who's going to win the finals coming up here because Drake has made his wagers. Drake has wagered Dallas to beat Boston, and he has wagered on Edmonton to win the Stanley Cup. So congratulations are in order to the Boston Celtics and the Florida Panthers on their upcoming championship wins. Because the greatest mush in all of sports right now is Drake. There's no doubt about that. And so there you go. Sorry we had a Mavs fan call in last hour. Sorry to share this news with you. Hope you're emotionally prepared for this, like those Pakistani cricket fans after the U.S. beat them yesterday. They weren't prepared for that. But there you go. Also, a Prince would have had a birthday today. A great musician and really, prodigy, genius, whatever you want to call him. Let's see. Prince would have been 66 today. I think that's right. He died back in 2016. All right. Arturo says a single manly tear will do. Yeah, just get the one thing down there. Yeah. All right.
That would be enough.
That's
to convey your feelings.
That's fine. That's right. Again, it's National Donut Day, so I hope everyone celebrates responsibly. I don't know what day it is on Monday, or what kind of holiday it is, or whatever. But we'll get Zachary back in here, and I wonder if he has to have his foot propped up.
I don't know.
I don't know how that works.
I hope he can wear shoes.
Yeah, I don't want to look at that thing.
Yeah,
the
I hope he can
bandage
wear socks of some sort.
No, something, some sort of covering of some kind, of the feet, because we know open-toed shoes are illegal around here, so you can't do that. Let's see. Well, that's about it. We're gonna have another hour for you coming up here in a moment on ESPN Arkansas. Text us anytime on the McClarty Daniel hotline, 866-285-4005. Don't forget about the events going on this weekend here on the station. And, of course, everybody's back starting with the rush on Monday morning. All right. That's all we can do today, folks. Have a good weekend. More Ruscin and Zach coming up in just a bit. Stay where you are.